What's up, people? How y'all doing out there? I came on today talk about the CPI data, and also I wanted to talk about why Bitcoin was created, and all of this is going to correlate together. It's going to be I'm just getting started. People, what's up, Juicy Fruit? How you doing? Um, People gonna come in today. I just want to talk about what I'm gonna tell, what I'm gonna say, and then I'll wait a little bit. I'll play a song or something, and then I'm gonna get right into it. Like I said, people don't like to do anything but drama, so it's very few people that really want to learn business stuff. Um, I want to talk a little bit about the Federal Reserve, what happened with the CPI data. I want to talk about why Bitcoin was created, and I also want to talk about things that help people build credit. I have nothing that I offer for sale. Um, I don't need you guys to buy anything. We could talk about this, and I can try to answer the questions the best I can, and really try to help people. I have helped so many people. You know, my credit score is 800 plus. Okay, so I'm doing it and I'm trying to pass it along. Um what's up, Miss J? How you doing? I appreciate Miss J coming every time. She's always here. That's my moderator. And if you come in here with any type of drama that's not to do with this what we talking about, you gonna be out of here. You can watch from the bushes. Cause I don't wanna deal with none of that stuff. I'm literally really trying to help your family and free of charge. I don't want no money. I always say that, you know. So those are the things I'm gonna be talking about today. Um, I want to know if anybody in here knows what the CPI data was, the numbers were. Let's see if anybody knows. I'm sure you guys don't. It's all right if you don't. You can take a quick cheat and Google it and see if you figured it out already. Um, but I'm sure you guys really probably wasn't paying attention, but I'm telling you I was. And the market reacted accordingly. And I'm gonna show you again. I bought some more shares this week. I bought some on Friday. Good. Miss Juicy Food says she saw the report. That's what's up. The number for the CPI was 8.2. Remember, the target was supposed to be 8.1. So the numbers came in at 8.2. So that's a little higher than expected, about a tenth of percentage point. So what happened? The market went down and then it bounced right back because people overreacted. That was the time to jump in when you saw those numbers, but not with everything. Remember, we're not gonna just throw money in here like we don't have it. We need money for our families and stuff. So that's what happened with the numbers. But it's a direct correlation that I'm starting to notice, and I mean this with to to Bitcoin and how this CPI data is going and how the actual stock market is moving and quiet is kept. Bitcoin is outperforming it, and I'm gonna prove it to you right here. And the reason why this is kind of exciting is because it just lets me know that I'm on the right track. And all of the outside noise, it really doesn't bother me. All right. Inflation is up. That's right. It's up 8.2%, but it's actually coming down because last month it was 8.3, right? And a couple months before that, it was 9 point something. It was in the nines, and they did the Fed is gonna raise interest rates. What's today? November 2nd, I believe they're gonna come out with the what the Fed is gonna do, but these CPI numbers are gonna give you a key on what the Fed Reserve is gonna do. That's Jerome Powell, the chairman of that. That's what he's gonna do. So by inflation being up, watch this. I want to show you something, and then this is the things that I see. I listen. I try to avoid the drama. This is the market talk. We're gonna get into crypto, and then I'm gonna show you another crypto token I like, and then I'm gonna see if I can help anybody with any kind of credit concerns or things of that nature. And remember, I don't have any fee. I'm not charging you guys anything. I can tell you that. And my credit score is 800, so my credit is way higher than it needs to be. And I can tell you the tips that I've done to get to my credit score that high, because I'm actually doing it, and anybody can do it. It's like a screwdriver. I always use that analogy. It's like a tool. So, right, with this right here, I'm going to show you. We're going to get right into it, right? All right. As you can see, the people in the grocery store, they trying to cause the panic again. They want to talk about what? The prices on everything is going up. But I'm going to show you this Bitcoin thing. This is serious, more serious than people realize. And it's going to catch a lot of people off guard, in my opinion, right? Anything I say is not financial advice. It's my opinion and what I'm doing. And I'm going to be here to help you guys answer any questions that I can without telling you what to do or what to buy or where to put your money. All right. So this say Fed critics say new CPI data shows rate hikes can't stop rampant corporate profiteering. All right. Okay. The Fed's overly aggressive actions. All right. I want to make sure I could get my cursor over here so you can follow along. The Fed's overly aggressive actions are shoving our economy to the brink of devastation recession. Okay. A devastating recession, said one economist. Now, when I look at that, I'm like, so they talking about a devastating recession. Then I start thinking, why was Bitcoin created in the first place? Right? This is what I'm trying to show you guys. And it's major if you don't pay attention, because it literally can change your life if you paying attention to this type of stuff. So it says, as the data released on Thursday, it shows inflation kept climbing in September, even after the Federal Reserve raised interest rates yet again. Progressives reiterated that the nation's central bank, which is the Federal Reserve, which is not federal, it's a privately owned bank. They put that federal word in there just to they make you think it's federal, but it's a privately owned business. Okay, they own America's debt, which means they own America. All right. It says it's ill-equipped to tackle the root causes of rising prices and urge Congress to rein in corporate greed before further rate hikes throw millions of people out of work and help crash the global economy. Right? I'm reading this and I'm like, oh my God, I might be rich. When I'm reading this, that's why I just keep doing my research, and finding out where should I put my money that I am making, right? And here it goes right here. It's telling you the numbers, right? The Bureau of Labor Statistics, the overall consumer price index, CPI, right? Consumer price index rose 0.4% last month and is up 8.2% from a year earlier. What's up, Ismail? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you pulling up, man. We gonna talk. This gonna be a good one today as far as information. And I'm just trying to help everybody, man. Free. I don't want nothing. All right. So it's up 8.2% from a year earlier. So what this 8.2% means is that simply meaning last year everything was 8.2% cheaper than it is now on average, right? And look what it say down here. Attribute price gouging and the destabilizing effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine. Now, come on, guys. You don't even hear about this no more. This COVID-19, right? They done changed the guidelines multiple times. It was the world's most deadliest thing that we could not see, right? This is going on in my brain right now. It's the world's most deadliest thing that we could not see. It caused a whole lot of corruption, and it caused what you're seeing now in the economy, right? They don't even know what the fuck they was dealing with. It's the fastest vaccine to ever come out to cure anything in the history of the world. Makes it seem like this was not a pandemic, but a pandemic. That's in my opinion, right? To cause what you're seeing right now in your face. They gave out too much money. They printed too much money on purpose, crashed the economy. This is what they intended to do, in my opinion, right? So, again, why was Bitcoin created? When they came out with these credit cards, when they first came out with the plastic money, it took a while for people to adopt it. People didn't trust it. Just like when they came out with the paper money, remember? It was gold. They was trading with gold. Now we in digital money, right? We starting to go towards digital money. Bitcoin, all of those digital assets, they coming out with the digital dollar is coming out. They need to crash the economy so they can implement, right? They cause a problem and they give you the answer. The answer is this digital money that they coming up with, in my opinion. This is all my opinion, right? I'm telling you, nothing I'm stating right now is a fact that's known, but I can see through this shit, right? I'm looking at it with a different eye. I'm like, hold on. All of this is coming, it's telling you right here from COVID-19. All right. So we understand that. We understand that they don't even know what's going on with that, right? They keep coming out with all these new things and they didn't know what to do when it first started. And all these people were fighting. If you had anything to say, you were banned. They pushed that agenda, made people take these shots and did all type of shit, right? Behind this disease, causing all this problems that you're seeing right now. It's telling you right here. Critics attribute price gouging and the destabilizing effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and this war in Ukraine, right? All right. Core CPI, which excludes food and energy, increased 0.6% for a consecutive month and is up 6.6% with last year. So core CPI, the core consumer price index. So anytime we talk about CPI, you got to think consumer. What is a consumer? Your shelter, your food, your energy, those type of things. They're saying they're going up. They knew this shit was going to happen, man. Right? And now I want to show you this. Now, we done talked about these numbers. We see the rates are going up. You see the stock market crashing. But I got to show you this. Read this, right? Read it with me. Why was Bitcoin created? Okay, this article I pulled up, the history of Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin was created in 2009 and it's the first cryptocurrency. Since then, it has experienced considerable highs and lows. Bitcoin, which is up still now, remember it started at 0.0008 cent of a penny, less than a penny. Now it's at $19,000. Right? Bitcoin is a non-tangible or physical currency. Bitcoin transactions are digital and held in a public ledger. Bitcoin transactions are carried out through the blockchain and are verified using huge amounts of computing power. Bitcoin is not backed by government, bank, or any individual, and it is not considered a store of value by everyone. Even though it is not legal tender, Bitcoin has triggered the launch of several thousands of cryptocurrency, which are often called or referred to as altcoin. All right, now right here, who invented Bitcoin? None of this shit matter because this is a mysterious person. His name Satoshi Nakamoto. It's a dude that nobody ever seen before, right? So nobody knows who this guy is. It's like a fake avatar name, screen name, right? This is the person that invented it, right? Look right here. It was created as an alternative to traditional banking after the bank collapse in 2008 financial crisis, when all those Goldman Sachs and everybody was going out of business. And this is why they created Bitcoin. They created Bitcoin to and combat inflation in case this type of shit that happened right now going on in the world. When the markets are coming down and everything is crashing, nobody trusts the bank. Nobody trusts the government, right? Nobody trusts what's going on in the world. This is the reason why they created this damn thing in the first place, right? So with that being said, we got to say, okay, so how is Bitcoin acting right now in the midst of all this chaos? What is Bitcoin actually doing right now? Is it crashing? Is it going up? What is it doing? Now, when we look at this, we're going to look at, let me pull up which one of these tabs I pulled up. So now we know why it was created, right? And we could go right here and talk about the price history. This just pisses me off because I didn't know about this when it started in 2011. We all probably were alive. It say it increased to $1. The price was $1 in April, and it reached a record high of $32. See this crash, this crazy stuff. Now it went all the way up to $60,000. You could have got it for $32. You could have got it for $1. You could have got it for less than a penny. But what we were paying attention to, the nonsense that they feed us in the world. Me too, because I didn't understand this stuff back then. I just start doing more and more research because I want to be like the rich people. So I take my time and do this type of shit, right? Some says he's from Korea. They say he's from Pakistan. What's up, Dre Day? Right? So if you see this shit, right? It ain't doing, they keep saying it's going down, but I'm telling you, it's not. It's just hovering. Now, we're going to go look at this Bitcoin. Let me see if this the right one. Let me see. Okay. Now, we're going to show you this. I want you to look at Bitcoin over the day. It's down. Look in the past 5 days, though. It's up. See where it was here? And now it's pretty much flat. It went up, came down, went down for like a half a day, shot right back up. It's basically being level this whole time. If you look at the month, this is the scare shit. It goes down, goes up, goes down. Scared shit out of you. Supposed to buy these dips right here. When you see this shit, buy. These type of dips. This is why I say buy over time. Buy right there. But look what it's really doing. It's like this. Now, when you look at this NASDAQ right here, this is the stock market, right? This is the stock market. Look at what it's doing. In the past 5 days, I pushed the wrong button. In the past 5 days, it's going down. See, it was up here. And look where it's at. See that blue 10, 13? But look where it was at in the past 5 days. So Bitcoin is actually outperforming this asset. Why? Why is that? Because people losing faith in the dollar. People losing faith in the economy. So people are not trusting the government anymore. This is what this is telling me, right? In the past month, let's look in the month. You see this shit? It was up here at 11,500, 11,700. Look where it's at now, 10,000. It's just been going down slowly, right? While in the same breath, Bitcoin has been not going up, not going down. It's been holding course. You see, it's still 19,000. People not selling this thing. So what's going to happen when we get any type of good news? This probably be the first thing to take off. It looked like it's separating itself from the stock market right now. It used to run kind of like together in a smooth line, right? But now it's showing that it's separating itself a little bit, right? As I can see in the past 30 days, 30 to 45 days, Bitcoin has outperformed the actual NASDAQ. So if you were to put your money in a Bitcoin, you'll be in a month ago, you'll be in a better situation than you would be if you had your money in the overall stock market, right? And that gets into why I invest in CleanSpark. That's my company. That's what I like to do. First, I'll go here and show you, right? I'm looking at the overall economy. I'm looking at the news. Let me pull up this shit right here. I'm transparent as they come, right? I don't lie. I don't try to sugarcoat anything. As you see, I'm down. Just say $8,000. This is why I laugh when people talk that money talk. They don't know what they talking about, man. They just be babbling. I'm down $8,000. Why? Again, because I have a whole bunch of ownership. Look, see right here. You remember last week it was 3,000. Now it's 3,085. I put more money in there Friday when the market was going down. That was yesterday, right? I bought more. I do what I'm saying, and I didn't buy a whole bunch. So look at what's happening. My ownership is increasing in this company. I don't care about this money. I would have never put it in here if I cared about it, right? My family is taken care of. Why am I they're like, Biz, why you keep buying and shit keep going down? It went down. I bought more. Look what happened. My average purchase price is $5.27. The stock right now is at $2.83, right? So when the stock get back to $5, I break even. So in that little bit of money, which is a $2 split, a little bit less than $2, right? It's more than $2, like a little bit more than $2, right? That'll break me off even. That little bit of price movement get all this 8,000 back. So I'm not worried about that. Biz, why you keep buying this dumbass company? What do you see? Why do you keep buying it? Okay, we go here. We look at the news on this shit. Why is he buying this shit? Yo, I bought some of that thanks to your tip. Hey, you're buying at all time lows. You're getting a good deal, and you see I keep buying that shit, right? Now, what I just told you about Bitcoin, right? What I just showed you the correlation to the stock market and with the Federal Reserve and how you see it saying that it's going to end up crashing the global economy. When you're looking at all of this stuff going on, you're like, what is going to be the next best thing? To me, all signs are pointing to that damn Bitcoin, right? That's what I'm looking at. That's why I keep investing in this particular company here. Because I can invest in Amazon. You know, I have money to buy shares in Amazon, but my money, I feel like, it give me a greater return with this company. Right. As you can see here, the total market cap of the company is 129,000. If you can see this cursor or this mouse right up here, it say it's 129,000. All right. That I mean 129 million. That's what the total company is worth. Market cap. That means the amount of share price times how many shares in a company give you this number right here. So this is the total overall what is worth 129 million. But look what that's because the market is going down. Look in the news and see why is this kid buying this shit? What does he see here? All right, it say Clean Spark completes acquisition of Mawson Sandersville facility. So when we pull this up and we read what the hell is they doing, right? Fuck what the market talking about. Fuck all that news, what they talking about. What is this company doing? Because we know nothing can find traction in this market because of these inflation numbers going up. Apple is crashing. Netflix is crashing. Tesla is crashing. Everything is crashing. It's nothing to do with this company. Let's read what the company is actually doing. It say the acquisition, they just bought something, right? They added 560 ph of low carbon mining, right? So they building out their ability to mine Bitcoin. They building it more and more as the market continuously goes down. So they're gonna be making more and more Bitcoin. They building it. Look what they paid for this shit. Where's the price at? They paid $40 million for this facility. So if the company is going down and they're not doing good, you think they be spending $40 million? Where's that? Let me go back and look at a different article because it's more than one article about this same thing. I want you to see the numbers and what they doing. Let me see if I push this button. Right? Yep. Boom. Okay, this is a good one. They paid $40 million for that building that they just bought. All right. The company tops 4.6 each exahash, up 21% from August. You see that shit? They they are growing from August. So in a month and a half, a little bit, they up 21% in the rate which they can mine in Bitcoin. They made 448 Bitcoins in 1 month, a 132% year over year increase. The hodl, that means hodl, that means they holding, grows 13% to 594 Bitcoins. So what is this company doing? Growing as the fucking stock is going down. Does that make any sense to anybody in here? How am I growing, but my fucking company just keep going in the hole? It's not anything that these guys are doing. They actually executing better than everybody in this industry. They each industry, this is the Bitcoin mining industry. So America's Bitcoin miner today releases unaudited Bitcoin mining operations for calendar year, right? We experienced impressive growth this month, increasing our hash rate by 21% in a single month. The hash rate just means the fast they can mine a Bitcoin, right? They making about 15 Bitcoins in a day. So we can look at that, right? And this company is still growing. So let's get my calculator. My calculator, 448 Bitcoins in a month, right? We could look at it. So you got 448 divided by 30. 14.9. So they making around 14 Bitcoins a day, right? And what they do is they sell some of their Bitcoin that they making and use that money to buy that Georgia facility, to buy other facilities to make to buy more mining machines, to build the infrastructure to the company out bigger. So they actually making money with the printing of the goddamn Bitcoins. They sell half or maybe 65, 70% of what they made that month, use that money and grow the business, making it bigger. So all they doing is recycling money, right? They making free money, taking that money, making more machines, making bigger, do it again. Next month, do it again. So in my head, I'm like, man, in 5-10 years from now, the more they keep doing that, these motherfuckers gonna be making 30, 40 Bitcoin a day, right? If they at 15 right now. So that's how I'm thinking, right? So let's say we experience impressive growth in a single month. Our success is a direct result. What am I again? I just looked at the chat right quick. Hold on. Our successes are the direct result of our extraordinary teams who are working to ensure CleanSpark maintains its coveted position in the top 5 of publicly traded Bitcoin mining companies in North America. In fact, by many measures, including monthly Bitcoin production, we are firmly in the top 3 and intend to stay there as we build our way out of current market conditions. He talking about the current market of Bitcoin. Fuck the stock market, because the stock market don't have nothing to do. That's why I like this company. This company, if Bitcoin go up, oh, they gonna go up because they're making that many big. So I'm watching Bitcoin, and what I just told you what's going on with the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is showing a separation from the actual stock market. The market going down, Bitcoin staying level. It ain't going down that much. It'll go down and then it'll pop right back up. It'll go down. This news should have crashed Bitcoin if it was really going to crash. But the people that's buying Bitcoin is actually holding that shit. Okay. Right. Our Bitcoin balance has increased 13% month over month. So they increase the balance of their total holding position. The ones that they don't sell, they keep in their pocket. Right. All right. Making it one of the largest monthly increases in our holdings since we started releasing monthly mining updates. We will continue our strategy of deploying Bitcoin to fund our growth, exactly what I just said, in operations. The fact that our Bitcoin treasury is increasing is testament to our growth strategy. The growth in our hold balance is a direct reflection of our free cash flow resulting from our recent acquisitions. All right, now, people, they're growing, they're getting bigger. The stock price continues to go down. So I continue to buy with play money. So $2.85. I think I put like $250 in there Friday. Let me see. 2.83 times 85. 85 times 85 equals $240. I put in there. What I do? I get paid every week, every Friday. Looked at my check, made sure my bills, my credit cards, everything was paid. I looked, see what I had left. Took some money out for the side for plate money that I want to go buy liquor or whatever, beer, whatever the fuck, right? And then I saw I had a little $250 left. So I put that shit in there. Look, I do every fucking week. I don't care nothing about this fucking market going down. That's why I ain't worried about the money, because I'm reading these articles on what this company is actually doing, right? This company is getting major. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So by the time, what happens when Bitcoin actually starts to go up again in value? You got to think about that shit. That shit is going to explode, because why? It gets growing and growing and growing. Why the whole market is tanking. Why is CleanSpark actually selling up? Because they are part of the fucking stock market, and the whole stock market crashing based off of this inflation news and all this other shit that don't got nothing to do with the company's business plan and business model. It has zero to do with that. It just so happens that this company is a part of the fucking stock market. That's it. That's it. Everything in the stock market is getting hammered, but this company is growing like a motherfucker, right? It's telling you right here what they did. They sold 380 Bitcoins and at approximately $19,700, which is they sold it for more than what it's worth now. And they made them approximately 7.5 million in a month by them selling it. It made this much money in a month, right? It say the September daily Bitcoin mine reached a high of $16.74. Jesus, I said 15. That was averaging. So it say the daily high the highest they made in one day was 16.74 Bitcoin in one day, right? That's the highest they made in one day. So that's telling you, like, right now, this is why I keep buying this shit. This is the only reason why I keep buying this shit. Because I actually believe in Bitcoin, which is showing me over on this article why was Bitcoin created, right? It was created to combat inflation. It was created in case people stop trusting the government. They created it in another time like this in 2008 when the market crashed. People got sick of the banks and shit. They got bailouts. People said, fuck the bank. We're going to make our own currency, which is digital currency. Then you start thinking about that COVID shit and how they crashing this shit on purpose and they trying to turn everything to a digital economy. You don't even need cash to go anywhere no more. Everything is digital. You start saying to yourself, hold on. This shit might be major in the future. This is my reasoning for keep buying this shit. You see what I'm saying? This is why I keep doing this shit. And I don't care about the money right now. Because if I cared, I wouldn't put it more in there. I'm just continuously buying the same shit I'm telling you guys to do, right? Or advising you guys that I'm doing it. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just telling you what I'm fucking doing, right? All right. So people have to be aware of these type of things and try to see what they think. You might have an idea with the electric vehicles. You might think they might be going somewhere, which I know they are because everybody's getting a fucking electric vehicle car. In 30 years, 25 years, you're going to have no fucking gas cars. Gas cars are going to be a thing of the past. You're going to have electric vehicles everywhere, right? With fucking computer chips in it so they can control your ass. You know who makes the chips that go into Teslas? NVIDIA. It's a company called NVDA. They make all the microchips that go inside all these electric cars. They make the microchips that go in your video game. So that company, everything in the fucking market is going down. No matter what it is, all because of this shit right here. This Fed shit right here that they created. They created this mess. This shit is obvious. They created this mess. This shit, this COVID shit, what happened to the flu? This shit, when it first came out, they said flu-like symptom. This is my brain. What my brain telling you. They created this shit for all these people to be all fucked up. The attack to live off of these people in the grocery store struggling, looking at shit. You know what I do when I go into 7-Eleven? Bitcoin is good right now for those companies to buy more because it's low. Exactly. That's what I'm doing. When I go in the store, I be standing there looking at the price like, I can't believe I'm about to buy this shit. Like if you try to buy a bag of potato chips, not even a small bag, they $2.30 right now. Them shits used to be $1. Who remembers when the chips was like 75 cents for a bag of chips? Recently, they was like $1, $1.09. Now them shits is $2.29. Go look at your fucking store. You see that shit. How did that get like that? What are they doing? They collapsing this shit on purpose, in my opinion, so they could go push this digital dollar shit, right? This digital dollar shit. So we have to be aware of that. We could talk about that if you want, this digital dollar. So again, you see that I bought more, right? I'm still down, right? But I still buy more. The lower I see this price go, I'm gonna keep adding. Next week when I get paid, this shit might say 3,100 and some change. It might be 3,125. I don't know. I don't have a goal in my head like, oh, I'm gonna buy 300 shares this week. I just add whatever I fucking can afford. The same thing I'm telling you. Right? I'm not fucking putting my whole check in there, skipping payments and shit, buying this shit. No, fuck this company. This CEO ain't gonna send no fucking flowers to my funeral. He don't care about me. So I'm not about to give him everything I got, but I damn sure gonna keep buying ownership when I see these damn news articles coming out about these motherfuckers. So let me see. Another one. This Chrono shit. This one too. This another one. Again, this is cryptocurrency. It's 10 cents. Okay. This one of my favorite cryptos right here. It's 10 cents. It costs 10 cents. Right? They named the fucking Staples Arena. This is the native token of it's a 2-liter soda, almost $3. Exact, man, Miss J. This shit getting outrageous right here. So what are people doing? They losing faith in the economy. The economy gonna crash. They saying the Fed keep raising these rates. They're gonna crash it on purpose. What happened when the paper dollar crash? People lose faith in the dollar. What's gonna happen? I know. Do you? Better be understanding that fucking Bitcoin gonna take off. That's what's gonna happen. That shit gonna hit 50,000. What happened when this motherfucker hit $50,000? And instead of 16 a day, This company that I bought make 25 a day, and now we sitting at $50,000. That's when the stock price gonna be at $15, $16 a share, and I got 4,000 of them. What's 4 times 16? That's the type of that's what I'm looking at, people. Right? I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this $7,000, $8,000 loss, but Biz like, fuck that. I'm gonna keep holding because let's see, you got it's $15. Let's just say $15 times 4,000. $60,000. That's what that is. $60,000. And that is reasonable for it to go that high. I seen it at prices higher than that. Right? So I'm like, shit, I'm about to keep buying this shit. As long as these news, and these are recent news articles. This ain't no fucking 2 years ago shit that I just showing you. This, let's see the date on this shit. October 4th, 2022. This is the update of this month right here. They just released this, telling people like, yo, we up 132% from last year while the economy fucked up from last year. Look at what we doing. I'm like, holy shit, Stains Batman. I'm on your line. What else you got for me? You know what I'm saying? So we go back to this chrono shit. This is one of my favorite cryptocurrencies in the market. And the cryptocurrency, they are, if you got, when I tell people to go on crypto.com and buy, and that's where you buy your cryptos, this is the native token of crypto.com. So crypto.com is an actual business, and this is their cryptocurrency. That's another reason why I bought it, because it's kind of like backed by a business. This is like almost like a stock, because most cryptos are not backed by anything. They're just a cryptocurrency. This one is actually backed by a business. And like I was telling you, this is the crypto.com arena, right? Read this one. October 11th was 2-3 days ago, right? Crypto.com arena. This shit is only 10 cents. Crypto.com arena unveils its completion of phase 1 of renovations ahead of NHL, which is hockey, and NBA, everybody knows basketball. Season kicking off this month, right? All right. So they just renovated the whole fucking arena. And which team is this? The Los Angeles Lakers and the LA Kings. This shit is in LA. The name of the stadium is Crypto.com Arena. Right? So what's about to happen? The sport's about to start. People about to start going in this building. These motherfuckers just made upgrades to their building. Right? They just try. What up, George Smith? Appreciate you pulling up. They just look, they cutting ribbons and shit. You see the little thing on the ground. You see the arena right here. This crypto.com. Look at who doing this shit, right? LA Kings president and crypto.com arena president, Lee Zedman, and Los Angeles Lakers general manager, Rob Pelinka. You know, that's Kobe boy. Cut the ribbon. Among the new and reimagined arena locations is now accessible to guests. Now accessible to guests are expanding reimagined chairman club. So they just telling you all the things that they did to upgrade this arena, this crypto.com arena, that all of these millionaires who go to the Lakers game, the millionaires, people like that go to the Lakers game, right? And then right, we could look at I want to show you this too, because I seen this a while ago. JP Morgan Chase. That's a big bank. Bitcoin versus real estate. I'm gonna show you this. What these people said. This is a big bank. All right, listen to this. The latest market collapse, according to JP Morgan, has harmed cryptocurrencies more than other alternative assets such as real estate. Right? Considering this trend suggests crypto has more room to rebound. Right? Thus, we thus replace real estate with digital asset as our preferred alternative class, along with hedge funds. People, do you read this shit? Yes, Philly got the branding on their jersey, Ismail. Right? Philly, if you look at the Philadelphia 76ers, they're sponsored by crypto.com. The arena for the Lakers is named crypto.com arena. And then if you look at Philadelphia 76ers, their jersey has that crypto.com logo on it. So that they sponsor the Philadelphia 76ers, the basketball team, and they the home arena to the Lakers. So just think about what I'm saying, right? And then they got the branding on the stadium for the next 20 years. So what's going to happen in 20 years? What do you think this damn 10-cent thing going to be? Remember, I told you Bitcoin started off at less than a penny. It's at 20,000. Who knows? This shit might be $5, $10. Now, you do the math on that. I got 21,500 little crow coins. 21. I buy like $50 a week, a little bit of money, right? I got like 21,000 of them bitches. If it hit $5, that's 100 grand. But who knows? I might have more than that by the time it hit $5. Don't let it hit $10. Shit, that bitch better not go to $100. And don't say it can't happen, because we seen that shit happen, right? Don't say it can't happen. That shit can happen. That shit can happen like a motherfucker. That bitch would be at $100 and I got 20,000 of them bitches. This is how you make money in the world. You never gonna make any money by just going to work. You have to invest. You have to have a business. You have to have something. And then when you have a business, the profits you make, you have to invest that shit, right? You're never gonna get out of financial freedom without investing or without some avenue to get there, whether it's real estate. But this fucking JP Morgan right here, this fucking the bank owned by them, they buying Bitcoin. Why the fuck they buying Bitcoin and you don't have any, right? I'd rather have some than not. If these motherfuckers telling you it's a preferred alternative asset over real estate, they saying they rather own Bitcoin than to have fucking real estate. Everybody said real estate was the shit. Not according to JP Morgan Chase, which is one of the biggest fucking banks out here. They said, fuck real estate. We buying crypto. I'm buying fucking Bitcoin. Not just crypto. I'm buying Bitcoin. And then again, crypto.com arena. What's the number one crypto? Bitcoin. So the millionaires coming in, they can't go on crypto.com arena without thinking about Bitcoin. See, it all ties together, right? So I'm just over here trying to preach this shit, trying to help people. We're going to talk about credit. Anybody want to know anything as far as what I can help about credit, as far as rebuilding it, as far as getting your credit scores up, and as far as maintaining it, it's salute to mom boss. She talks about credit, salute to what she doing on credit aspect. I know very little about her travel business, but she tries to help people. I see, she be talking about this. Somebody need to talk about this, because this is what our kids need. Our kids need credit. We need to understand how to build this shit up. I understand she charges a fee, but her fee comes with stuff like a fucking letter and things like that. I'm not giving you no letter or nothing. I'm just telling you my shit, what I know. I know this. Number one, everything fall off your credit report in 7 years. So if you look at the length of how long you got debt on there, that shit in 7 years fall off. Number two, if you got any debt, you dispute that motherfucker. You make sure you tell them people that it ain't you. You lying, even though you know it's you. You tell them it ain't you. They got 30 days to respond. 30 days. 31st day they ass in trouble, right? They gotta respond to you. When they respond to you and tell you it's your debt, right? That's when I heard a story. There's a woman divorced her husband because he was paying Bitcoin when it was $25. She said she was a dumbass fuck too. She said he was buying too much of it. So she divorced him for him buying Bitcoin at $25. And who the bobo the fool now? I bet you she calling his ass. Hey, I'm sorry. That what? Kick rocks. I bet you she calling his ass. But like, these are the tips you can help. I can help you rebuild your credit if anybody. It says, I said, what's she gonna say when Bitcoin was 60,000? Bro, if he was buying at $25 and that shit went to 60,000, which nobody thought it was gonna happen, you and mom boss made me get my shit together as far as credit. Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. She's out here talking about it. I don't know nothing about her travel business. I just know about the credit side. What she be saying, on this credit side, it be right. She don't be lying. I would have been said something if she was lying. She don't be lying, about the credit situation. Everybody needs credit, man. I just try to help. I don't have no damn business that I'm selling or nothing. I just try to help with what I know off my head, like what I could tell you, tips and shit. You know, anybody have any question about that shit, I could give you my best information. I don't have any letters. I know the credit bureaus, they have letters on there you could use. Like they call them template letters. You download them and then you fill them out and shit. But more to the story is that you don't create the fucking debt in the beginning to be on anybody to have to use no fucking letter, right? You don't fucking get yourself in that position. That's the more, if you are in that position, it's a few ways you can get out. Like getting a fucking what they call it, transfer balance card. If your credit is fucked up and you got a credit card debt, right? And say you got $5,000 debt, the longer you hold that debt and you just pay the minimum payment, the fucking more your interest rate is gonna go up on you, right? You're gonna have higher and higher interest rates. I mean, you're gonna have higher and higher balance. Your balance ain't going nowhere. What you need to do is open up another card, transfer that balance. You got a little bit of time. Normally they like 12 to 24 months, depending on where your credit is. They'll give you, they call it balance transfer. So I could transfer my 5,000 off of this card to that card, and they'll give me interest free for 24 months. So in that 24 month, I tackle that 5,000. But the goal is not to create that fucking debt in the beginning, right? All of my credit cards is at like $100 balance. I ain't even lying. This is no cap. This is a fact, right? Whatever I put on my card, I pay it off. The same. Like today, I just went to the gas station. My car needed gas. Why? It's the end of the week. I fill up my car on the weekend. I drive it all week. Come weekend again, fill that bitch up again. What I do? I use my credit card, my gas card, the one I got just for gas. I put it in there. The bill was like $42. Guess what? If I'd have went in there and gave them $42 cash, that shit don't benefit me. You know what I'm saying? I repair my own credit. Credit score shot up 15 points. Yo, salute. Now, when you see that, Miss J, that shit make you motivated, right? When you see your shit go up like that, that shit make you want to keep doing that shit. Because you see success. When you see that shit happen, you like, yo, I can do this. This shit work. And then you want to go to the next level. You like, fuck that shit. I could do this. And that shit get the fire up in you to want to keep doing it. I can't go too much higher. My shit at 800. Right? I said, fuck that shit. I'm about to get this money. And then once I know, now my kids know. Now my kids don't have to get in that debt to be writing letters and doing all this extra shit trying to repair. They already know what the fuck to do. When they get that $1,000, remember 30% rule. You don't go over 30% of your balance. You know, if you got fucking $1,000 card, that means you only got $300 to spend. Biz said don't spend more than 300. I ain't spending no more than 300. So and the 300 that I spend is gonna be a bill that I already gonna pay anyway. Like your light bill, your internet bill, your phone bill. These are bills you can pay with credit cards. So you don't not get the credit card. You get the credit card and pay shit you was gonna pay anyway. Like that gas, it was like $42 or some shit. Because I got a little bucket that I drive back and forth to work. So it's like a little 4-cylinder. I know y'all like, damn, $42, where the fuck you live at? My shit $60, $70. No, I got a little 4-cylinder, little small little bucket just to go back and forth to work. That's my little bucket. When I want to get right, I step out. I got a little, I ain't gonna tell you the kind of car I got, but you know, don't worry, it's leather seats in that bitch. I don't like bragging and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's something foreign, you know. I just don't like bragging and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, so when you doing these type of things, which I feel like stunting on these motherfuckers sometimes, the much shit they be talking, I be like, bruh, you know who you talking to? You better fucking chill out. But I don't do that shit. It ain't making it just, that shit don't even sound good, you know. Use that cash back credit card to pay off all your monthly expenses. That's exactly right, Juicy Fruit. Juicy Fruit is right. That's what you do, right? So I pay my gas with the $42 card. Right then and there, the gas card that I got give me like 4% or 3.5%. I forgot because I just fuck it. I just buy the gas. It give me 3.5% cash back. So right then and there, I get a discount on the gas just because I use the card. Then the card it's like $42 some change. You know what I do? I go right on my app because every credit card I got an app to it, right? I go right on my app, click on that bitch, wait till that shit post probably tomorrow. I ain't paid it yet because it ain't post yet. But like maybe tomorrow, no later than Monday. This is just me. I'm crazy with it. I know I ain't trying to fuck my shit up, right? And then come Monday, I just pay the fucking bill because all of my credit cards connect to my bank. Remember, ain't this funny? The digital shit I'm talking about. You don't need cash anymore. Think about how this shit. That's why I fuck with Bitcoin, man. It's digital. It's digital money. It's digital currency. That's what it is. It's digital currency. That shit is crazy to me. The way all of this shit tie in together. But anyway, I take the fucking card when I get my money. When the bill posts on Monday, probably by Monday it'll post, and I put the $42 right in there and pay that shit off. What happens? I get cash back for paying the bill off. 4%. Oh, that's it. That's all you gotta do. Your heat, your lights, your electric bill come to the house. I got a separate credit card for that. Right? I got like $70,000 in credit, and I probably owe $500. I probably got $100 balance on each one. This is no cap. This is not a cap. This is straight facts. My SoFi card alone got $15,000 limit on it. Just one card. That's because I got a high ass credit score. Right? So what they're trying to do is sucker me into spending that money that is not mine, right? Because in order for them to make money off of me, they got to charge interest, right? Remember, the interest rates are going up. So it's the debt is going to be more and more expensive for me to fucking use that credit card if I carry that balance, right? So my SoFi card, I barely use that shit. I got to find reasons to use that shit, right? So I just find some shit to buy with that shit. That shit just in there in case something go extremely wrong and I need that motherfucker. That's it. It's 15,000. I got season tickets to the Wizards, right? So, well, Ishmael, you have to use it because if you don't use it, they don't like that shit, right? You got to use it for something. Just show some type of action. I don't give a fuck if it's, like I said, paying a light bill. You know, that's probably what I do with my SoFi card. I just put it on my light bill, and then I got another PNC card, PNC Bank, which is a stock, right? That's in the stock market too. You could buy some banks and shit, Bank of America, all of them shits is on the stock market. So you get I got PNC, and what I'll do with that one, I'll pay my internet bill with that bet. You know how they do the automatic payments? I put internet on there. My cell phone bill, which is my daughter's, because my company give me my phone now. So I got a phone that's my daughter's phone, and I put that shit on my credit card, right? When the bill comes, just pay that shit off. I'm not going to buy no diamond rings on my shit. This is where people get fucked up. When you go to the mall buying all these dumbass sneakers and shit, you fuck your shit up. You use your shit what it's meant to use for, and you won't be in these bad positions, right? But those of you that are in bad positions, don't get discouraged because you can get out of that shit, right? You made a mistake. We all make mistakes. The only reason you made the mistake is because you don't have the information. You didn't know how to use the shit, right? You thought it was your money. They gave you that 10,000. Well, shit, they ain't giving you no 10,000 unless you earn that motherfucker. I got an Apple card that I use just for 7-Eleven. When I go in 7-Eleven, get soda, whatever, water and shit for when I drive on my truck, right? I use that shit. Just go to the counter and just hit the Apple joint. Bloop, get out of there. And then what? I pay that shit right away. I got 6 different credit cards that I use for all different purposes. I have $1 bill in my car. It's not even in my wallet. That shit in my car, in my glove box. That's it. That's the only dollar I ever see. When I go to one of these dumbass basketball tournaments and they be asking for cash only, I just look at them like they fucking crazy. But my kid's mom, she always got cash because she's I don't want to sound sexist, but she's a woman, and women like to spend money. So, you know, that's just it. Me, I'm more fucking cheap. I'm like, man, fuck that. I need more shares. Right? Every time I be like, man, shit, I'm buying more shares. Fuck spending money. That's how my brain is wired. Let me look at the chat. Hello, 2 = 1. Will they lower your high balance if you're not using? Yes. They get mad at you for that shit. They like, yo, why you got 15,000 and you ain't even using this shit? Like, if you just got the card and you never use it, that's not good. You need to buy something. I don't give a fuck if it's $10 shit. Just make it like you need the motherfucker. Just put little shit on there. Just don't pay that shit. You know, pay that shit. I don't never carry no balance for 30 days. Because after 30 days, it's a billing cycle, right? After your billing cycle, that's when they charge the interest. I'm not paying these fuckers no interest. These fuckers pay me, right? They pay me to use their car in the form of cash back. By the time that bill come, my shit say zero every time. I'm telling you, this shit is real talk. And my shit is like if you see my fucking my goddamn avatar, that's my real ass credit score right there. 806. That's what that shit say. It's probably like 805, 807. It's hard for it. Once you get up that high, the highest you could get is like an 850. Once you get up that high, it's pretty hard for it to keep going up. It's about time then, right? I done did most, and guess what, people? Let me explain this. I had a fucking repo on my shit, right? So I'm no better than nobody in here. Nobody know. That's why I just get this shit away. Cause I'm like, fuck that shit. They cheated us. They didn't tell us what to do. I had a whole repo on my shit when I was younger, right? My car got repossessed when I was younger, right? That's my fucking phone. My little soundboard I got, it got fucking Bluetooth on there and shit. I got this new technology shit. But yeah, when I went and bought this computer, right? I went and put it on, I think I used my SoFi card for this shit. I just went in there. Why? I got the money in my bank. So I went in there and said, shit, you guys, you lucky I care about you guys. I would have bought more shares with this fucking money I used on this computer. That's $500 I could have bought more goddamn shares. That's like 200 more shares. Y'all lucky, but it's all good, you know? Shit, I'm trying to help. God gonna bless me. Trust me. Because he gonna bless me because he gonna bless your kids and your family. That's one less kid we gotta worry about trying to be broke out here, trying to not understand how to use this shit, you know? It say, or they will close the account. It's like they definitely get pissed off at you if you're not using it. Why they like, why the fuck you want this shit if you ain't using it? Because remember, they're in the business to make money. So you want to kind of like make sure you got a use for that shit. That's why I don't get a credit card if you don't have no use for it. But we all have bills. I'm telling you, I got 6 different cards, and I don't even need to know when the payment is due because, like I said, light bill, that's one. I got season tickets to the Wizards, right? I go to every fucking Wizard basketball game because I love basketball, right? So I have a Capital One Arena card. Why? Because where the Wizards play is called Capital One Arena, right? Just like you got Crypto.com Arena. I got Capital One Arena. So what do? I use that card for my Wizards tickets. That's it. That's it. When that Wizards bill come, I use the Capital One Arena card. Why? Because I get a discount just by having a card. Not only do I get the cash back, I get a discount because it's their official card. So, and I get to go in the game early and shit. They got certain interests I could go in because I'm a Capital One card holder. So when I saw that shit, I said, shit, let me get a Capital One card and I could just use that just for Wizards because I'm going to pay that shit anyway. Then I got a credit card separate that I pay my internet bill with and my daughter's cell phone. Then I got another credit card I use to pay my electric bill, right? Then I got another credit card I use to pay gas. Then I got another credit card I use to pay 7-Eleven or any other bullshit. And then make sure that if I don't got the fucking money in the bank, I ain't buying shit. I just use those tools as a form of cash. Then when I got the cash in my bank, I just pay it. I don't fucking not pay. That's where you get in fucking trouble right there. You don't have to be in no trouble. Say, Biz, you should have created an EIN for your YouTube channel and wrote that off new laptop as a business expense. Hey, you right. But I don't know how to do none of that. See, this is why we on this channel. I don't know. I heard my boss talking about that shit, making all these businesses and shit. I don't know how to do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that sounds like a good idea. Could have wrote this shit off. But see, that's what we learn from each other. That's what I want this channel to be, right? When I hit this link, I don't want nobody coming up here telling me what happened last week on this person's channel or that person's show. I had a little incident the other day where I spazzed out because that shit was just bothering the fuck out of me. But other than that, I don't want to talk about that shit. That shit is giving us no future, no production, no nothing. I want your kid, I want you to be able to say, hey, watch this cat Biz 101. He gonna get you right. You know, that's what I want this channel to be. I want you guys to give me feedback. It's not too late to do it. I can help you. Let's get it. Shit. What is it? What is an EIN? Is that like a business thing? Shit, I'll drop the link. You want me to drop the link? You could. This is what this channel is all about. Creating making each other better. It ain't hard. It ain't that hard to learn that shit. You can learn about this Bitcoin shit. You damn right. I know I can learn about it, but I need to be into it, right? I need to learn, see what she talking about. The tax write-off shit sound good. But how much shit do I have to write off on tax? Because I don't know. That's why I need to talk. Oh, she said yes, drop it. That's why I say I need to talk to you. A lot of people don't like to come up and talk and shit. But I appreciate you. I'm about to drop this fucking link. Let me see. Invite. Copy. Yeah, I'm learning this shit. I'm driving, but you could talk. Oh, bet. It's better for you to talk instead of typing. I don't want you fucking crash. You all right with me now, Miss Juicy. I want to see you get hurt. Boom. All right, the link is in the chat. Appreciate you. We could talk about that. That's man, this is what this channel is all about. I'm telling you, I want your kids to be successful. I don't want nobody be struggling every day, you know, and fucked up every day. And they don't know what they're doing and they just worry about fighting and fussing and drama and all this dumb shit that ain't paying you nothing, that ain't benefiting your kids, nothing. You wasting a lot of time looking at that bullshit. You know, it's all right to look at it. Don't get me wrong. I'm looking at it. You guys see me in the same fucking channels and chats and shit. But I know the CPI data. I know what's going on with this fucking credit. I know what's going on with you know, the economy and shit like that. It's not, that's the shit don't consume my whole day. My daughter, guess where she at? Upstairs listening to me talk. She already heard all this shit. You know, it's not like you can't enjoy that shit. Nobody telling you to be fucking a loser like a cornball and shit. I'm remember, listen to how I talk. I'm just like you guys. I had a fucking repo on my shit. That shit I couldn't pay that shit. That shit was like $20,000. Fuck a letter. I just let that shit fall off my shit. After 7 years, it falls off. It's like you never had it. You wait 7 years and shit fall off your credit, except for like medical bills and fucking student loan debt. That'd be a problem. See, that's that shit I think mom boss talking about when she see, I don't know too much about that shit. I try to not I don't know, you know, what she had. I don't want to like she's doing a good thing because she's even bringing awareness to this shit, but I don't know what she's, you know, what her thing. I think what she's saying is like she knows how to do certain shit like that with those goddamn student loans and shit, trying to get that shit off your credit. Cause that shit don't fall off. You got to pay. I don't know what the fuck that see, that's that shit you need to probably pay for real. Cause Biz don't know what to tell you about that except pay that shit. Cause that shit ain't gonna fall off. She might know how to tell you the trick, you know, a trick to get that shit off. I don't, you know, I don't know that shit. I ain't never had no fucking student loans anyway. I believe fucking college, the only ones that get richer is the college. Every year the fucking tuition go up. Unless you go in there, don't get me wrong, college is all right if you go in there for something, but don't go there if you don't have. When I hear a college kid tell me, I'll be like, "What you go to school for?" I don't know. I'm just going. I'll be like, "What? You fucking crazy? You better know what the fuck you going to school for. You know these fucking people charge you money, right? Fuck, and they ain't charging no little bit of money." Miss Juicy Fruit, did you see the link? I got a new microphone I could write off too. How much do you have to have? See, that's why whenever you get a chance, Juicy Fruit, it ain't no rush. Biz ain't going nowhere. We all right. We can talk about this shit. You know, you don't have to. I don't want you to see you get hurt driving and shit. You know, you can talk if you don't gotta hold your phone. Your car probably got Bluetooth in it, right? It say these are tips to rebuild your credit. Number one, what they say, look at your report. A lot of people scared to look at their shit. Now, if you don't got yourself into trouble, I'll give you some help to get out of it, right? But my goal is to get you, not to get you into fucking trouble in the first place. But the first thing you need to do is take a look at your credit report. And if you look right here, they got links right here. That all you have to do is put a little effort into this. The same way you Google the bullshit, you Google this shit. It got information on how to dispute, right? What I did when I was young, not younger, but when I first started my credit journey, I said, fuck it. I looked at my credit report. I saw what I had on there. Then I had stupid shit like cable bills and shit like that in my name when I moved houses and I ain't paid the shit. $500 here, $1,000 here, stupid shit like that. Drag my credit down. What I do, I call the people and I made a agreement with them, like a payment. Motherfucker, you ain't get this goddamn debt. You ain't get this. You ain't been getting this 500. So I ain't gonna give it to you. I give you 200 if you take that shit off my credit report. They say yes. I pay the 200. They take that shit off my credit report. You know, simple as that. They ain't been getting the money. So what they do is they take your debt and they sell it to somebody else for a cheaper price. So say you owe these motherfuckers $500. Somebody else will pick up that $500 debt and they paying pennies on the dollar. They probably pay because they, like I said, like say AT&T, you owe the motherfuckers 500. You ain't paid. AT&T want their money. So what they gonna do? They gonna sell that debt to Joe Blow Collections, and then Joe Blow Collections gonna pay AT&T maybe $100 or $150 for that debt. And now Joe Blow Collections calling your phone talking about you owe 500. So that's when you gotta be smart and you call them like, look, you bitch ass nigga, you not AT&T. I give you fucking 200 and you take that shit off and you send a letter or you make sure that shit come off my credit report or I ain't paying you shit. They say yes, it's a settlement. That shit off. I did that shit like 3 times with like 3 different bills. And then what I do? These steps I'm telling you. These steps that I'm telling you, that's exactly what I did. I fucking took one day at a time. It's a process. This shit ain't gonna happen overnight. But when Miss J said how her shit went up 15 points, man, that shit, when she saw that shit, I could just see it. I know how she felt. Cause that shit happened to me. You like, damn, my shit going up. It make you smile for that day. That day you driving around, you like, yeah, my shit going up. And then you like, all right, so what I gotta do next? How I get this shit to go higher? Next thing you know, you get them high. What you want your credit score for is so you can get better interest rates. Most jobs nowadays, they gonna look at your credit report. When you go file for any type of apartment, mortgage, any type of housing, they gonna want to see that shit. You know, when you apply for these credit cards, they gonna want to see that shit. You see what I'm saying? So you have to build that shit. And we have to teach our kids this stuff, right? I have credit, and all of my credit cards are my kids are authorized users on them, so they can use my shit. They say I cut the car when they cars come. I just cut them shits up. Matter of fact, I ain't cut them up. I put them in a lockbox upstairs. They don't have them. I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers go use my credit card because they be buying all type of weird shit. But I just put their names on there, so they actual social security number is in the system and it's showing that they making payments because they on my account and I'm making the payments. So it's reflecting good onto my children. Right now, my daughter like 13, or I don't want to lie, I think she like 12, about to be 13. My son, he's 16, I think. Yeah. See, I hate that shit. It makes shit make me feel old. Cause I remember when they was babies and shit. My son fucking big boy, man. But he on every single credit card I got. She on all of them except one because she had to be 15 to get on that one because of the balance so high. You have to be 15. But I put them on there and I whatever I do reflects on them. So I'm getting them a boost in life on their credit. So when they go apply for a credit card, they're gonna get it because they're gonna say, yeah, you have experience, even though they ain't doing shit. I'm doing shit. But they got me to tell them what to do. So it say review your credit report. That's the first thing. Then you pay your bills on time. That's number 2. Look, this is how you stay out of the fucking drama in the first place. Catch up on overdue bills. If you have due bills that weren't paid on time, you want to get caught up. If you falling behind on your credit card payments, which I don't understand how that shit happens, man. Why would people? Well, I kind of do, because you're looking at a $1,500 and you go see that nice pocketbook, or for a dude, he go see that nice pair of Jordans or nice jeans or some shit. He like, fuck it, I put on my credit card and I make payments. Boy, that's the trap. That's the trap right there. That's how the credit card, that's how JP Morgan Chase keep making money off your ass. Because you the one doing the dumb shit. So become an authorized user. Look at number 4 right there. I did this for somebody already. I put them on my account as an authorized user, and I fucking, when the card came to me, I just threw it away. So they on one of my accounts right now. You know what I'm saying? Just to help build their shit, to get them some fucking hope, man. This is what I like to do. I like to help people for real. This is all I'm about, right? Consider a secure credit card. Keep some of your credit available. See how they say some? I'm telling you, your credit utilization rate, 30%, right there. That shit I've been saying the whole time is right here. Keeping your credit utilization below 30% can show you managing your credit responsibly. my credit utilization rate is something like 3%, right? I don't go nowhere near that shit because I'm like, fuck that shit. These motherfuckers, like, you understand? My mind is not thinking, yo, I got 65, $70,000 in credit. I'm about to go spend that shit. You got me fucked up. I'm like, hell no, that's in case these motherfuckers tell me I got some type of terminal illness or something. We about to go splurge. I'm about to enjoy this shit. You see what I'm saying? Shit, they can't get no money out of debt, man. Stay on top of your progress, right? And keep this credit wise. I got this because I got the Capital One app with my credit card. So this credit wise shit always pop up on my phone, and it updates once a month. So this is the shit that we have to learn, and we have to teach our kids, man. You know, about this credit shit. This is like something I like to talk about. If somebody have any questions about like in their situation, you know, like I said, I was fucked up too. I knew I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. You know, I was fucking up, buying the dumb shit until I start paying attention to what the fuck am I doing. I start reading these articles and researching and going looking up shit, and I figured out, yo, this is how you gotta do this shit. I listened to the white people, man. The only difference is they're not better than us. They just know information we don't know because we so busy worried about the wrong shit. You know, we worry about the wrong shit that ain't making us no money. So we don't know this information. That's what I meant. Do mess all my money up for. That's what I meant. Do mess all the money up for no reason. I don't know. You made a mistake with that one. Do mess all the money up for who messed the money up? What you trying to type, Ismail? But you know, if anybody have any questions concerning what I've been talking about today, anybody want to know anything about Bitcoin or any one of these companies I talked about, anybody want to know about any other company that I haven't spoke about? Oh, don't mess all the money up for no reason. Yes, don't. I knew you messed that up. It smelled cool. You know what I'm saying? But right, look up here. This fucking word. They got this shit everywhere. This shit crazy. But yeah, you guys, if you got anything you want to talk about, any companies, anybody had any ideas about something they saw, this Crow coin right here. I wanted to show you this too. Look at what this is doing. It's outperforming this shit too, this dumbass stock market too. Look at Crow coin. On October 12th, it was 10.2 cent. Now it's up. It's going up. See, this was the buy zone right here. When was this? Anybody want to take a guess when this was? On Thursday when the CPI data came out. This is what it did. I told you, you guys were in here, right? Y'all heard what I said. I said, wait until Thursday when the CPI data come out, and that'll be the buy time. And look, this was the drop right here on all of these shits. Let's see. See, these markets is going down. Let's go back to this crypto shit. There you go. Right? Go look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin probably did the same reaction. Let's see. The little dip. 5 days. Look, see the dip? This was the CPI data. They saw the news. The target was 8.1. It came out 8.2. Everybody got scared. Boom, they sold. That's when the smart people came in right here and bought that shit. Now they up. And look, it been up ever since. No, it's not saying it won't go down again. But if you'd have got in right here, you'll be looking good right now while everybody's saying it's coming down. And again, we cruising right along. 19,100. I told you like 3 weeks ago, I think the bottom is 17.5. You ain't seen 17.5 nowhere, right? That fucking dip was on Thursday, right as that CPI data came out. That's when that shit dipped down like that. Boom. That was the buy zone. And then it came back up. After the news settled and everything smoke cleared, the shit came back up. So if don't nobody have any questions, again, I don't like holding you guys long. How long I've been doing on here? An hour, that's good enough. You know, if anybody have any questions, we could go to the we could keep it moving and talk about something you guys want to talk about. Far as businesses and shit like that. Cause I ain't about to talk about no bullshit. I told you that was the last time I talked about that shit. So Nobody have any questions? Everybody is straight with their anybody got any ideas on stocks or crypto coins you want to talk about? Something like that? I need that interaction, man. I want to see what y'all talking about. What y'all like? What you like, Ismail? What kind of coins you like? Which coins? Oh, I think you like Crow coin. I think you told me that. And you got Shiba. I think you got Shiba. Miss J, you been buying any stocks lately? Miss J? I don't know. Well, I don't want to hold you guys up, man. I appreciate y'all coming in. Just make sure y'all stay pay attention to what's going on out here in this world. And we gonna keep it moving. You know, I'll be back next week. You know, we could talk about whatever we talk about then. Miss Juicy, I hope you alright, Miss Juicy Fruit. I hope you safe. I know you said drop the link. Oh, I was backstage waiting. Could you see me? No. If I'd have saw you, I'd have brought you up. Where you at? Let me put the link back in there. If I'd have saw you, I'd have been brought you up, Miss Juicy. I don't do you like that. Try it one more time, because I kind of want to hear what you were talking about. Is that you? No, that's an ad. I didn't see you. Try again. I'm about to put the link back in the chat. I do want to hear what you were talking about, though, for real, for real. Let me see. Maybe I didn't. Maybe this shit not big enough. There you go. I see you now. You in here? Think your mic is on mute. Miss Juicy Fruit, your mic is on mute. Can you hear me, Juicy Fruit? You in the stream, but your mic is on mute. You got your mic on mute. I can see the mute button on your shit. It say I can't unmute you. You have to unmute yourself. It's just a button down there. You push that take you off mute. Yeah, I don't have nothing to do. What I can do, I could play a song while you get it figured out. We could listen to my boy Mill Ticket. You know I rock with that dude, man. He gave me permission to play one of his songs. He told me I could play his song, so I can do that while you get your stuff, while you get your thing. Go ahead, Miss Juicy Fruit, do your thing. I'm gonna play this right here from Mill Ticket, man. I like this song right here he made. It's a good one. I gotta put my Bluetooth back on.
Bluetooth connected.
Shout out to the Mill Ticket, man. It's a good brother, man, in my opinion.
So monumentally reform overside. They don't show you. Let me enlighten you. Let me enlighten you.
So special.
Young nigga coming up in the inner city, where you either be the killer or the one they killing. Yeah, them bitches say they love you when they set you up, but my dog showed me the game, Highness, bet that up. Little niggas gotta hustle, ain't shit at home. Little queen selling a pussy just to get a phone. Invest in some real estate, nigga, build a home. Write a business plan and see if you can get a loan.
You heard him? Y'all heard what he just said? I'm like, go ahead, Mill Ticket, man. That nigga said, write a business plan, see if you could get a loan. He said, invest in some real estate. Y'all heard this, man.
Fucking pain in this one. So monumentally reform overside. They don't show you. Let me enlighten you. Let me enlighten you.
So special.
Young nigga coming up in the inner city, where you either be the killer or the one they killing. Yeah, them bitches say they love you when they set you up, but my dog showed me the game, Highness, bet that up. Little niggas gotta hustle, ain't shit at home. Little queen selling a pussy just to get a phone. Invest in some real estate, nigga, build a home. Write a business plan and see if you can get a loan. But that's the shit that they don't show you on the Instagram. Tell you model shake your ass and you gon' get a fan. Yeah, he's showing all his money trying to be the man. Let's see if your niggas riding when you in the can. Fed case got you shedding all the dead weight. Facing 25, your niggas got the shell case. I tried to show the vision, niggas what's the older listen. Bitches don't love you the same when you in the prison. Visitation got you waiting, niggas come up missing. Get your money, little nigga, focus on the mission. Yeah, get your money, nigga. Money, nigga. Red Bull.
Still I gotta drive the distance, the location unlisted, Hunger Game, pick a
What's
district.
up? I'm just being me. How you doing? Appreciate you pulling up.
Get my family off of government.
We just talking about Bitcoin. We talking about credit. We talk about stocks. I think you know what's up over here. You got anything you want to talk about?
Kitchen, hit an infant. Murder was the case. 25 to life conviction. They took his soul from him. Yeah, he left behind a whole youngest. Dog won't be coming home to see his son homecoming.
I'm waiting for Juicy Fruit to come up. She said something wrong with her mic.
System like it stole something. So blunted, heart too froze and got my nose running. Know that you can take L's long as you grow from it.
Yeah, to support. I appreciate you.
Rip the whole stomach. Gotta live your life to the fullest and make the most of it. Repenting for my sins. The devil got my phone number. Get through
I like this song right here. This joint hard.
Roll running.
What you looking at? Which companies you looking at? I like that song. That joint got a meaning behind it. I like that one. That's a good one. Which crypto? I mean, which stock are you looking at, Miss? I'm just being me. I'm waiting for Juicy Fruit. She said she had something she wanted to talk to me about starting an EMI or something like that. I don't want to misquote her. Let me look and see what she said it was. She said it was. EIN. I don't know what that is. That's not an LLC, but maybe she can help me. That's why I'm waiting for her to come up. I just been on Cash App stocks. All right, hey, that's a start. They have some good ones on there. Just make sure you don't get scared when it goes down. I was just talking about this. If you can see on my screen right here, this Bitcoin. What happened? What in the world? I didn't ask for this. Let me go back. It just messed my whole thing. That's a candlestick chart. That's the chart traders look at. The day traders and stuff. This dip right here happened with the CPI data. I was talking about the CPI data. The CPI data came out on Thursday. And remember, if you were here last time, I told on Monday or Tuesday, one of those days, I told everybody don't buy nothing. Just wait for this CPI data. CPI data came and scared the market. The market sold off. This was the buy zone right here. You would have came in and bought on Thursday when the CPI data came out, because the number came out high, right? The target was at 8.1. It came at 8.2. So everybody got all scared. It dropped down and then it recovered. This is just Bitcoin chart, but this was happened mostly. Let's look at the NASDAQ and see the NASDAQ been getting crushed. But this is that dip right here on Thursday. See, all of it react the same. It dipped because that CPI data came. But if you look at the NASDAQ, Bitcoin is outperforming all of this shit. See how it's coming down? It was up here and it's down. This is what I was talking about the whole show. I was talking about Bitcoin, how it's outperforming these stocks, and I think it's starting to show a separation from the entire stock market. Like if you look at the S&P 500, remember this is the top 500 companies in the world. That's that same dip right there on Thursday. Boom, they go to dip. Got to come in right here, buy a little bit. Wait, now you would have been up. That's why I told everybody on Tuesday, don't buy shit. I told y'all to wait. If you was gonna buy anything, wait for Thursday. Boom, you would have bought it right there. You would have got up. It might go back down to retest. This is a key level right here. People need to pay attention to this. This is where it stopped going down. So this would be the floor, 3,500. Right now it's at 3,580. Right? So if you see it go down to 3,500, you might want to pick up a little bit. But wait, those. I mean, pick up a little bit, but not all your money. Wait to see if it go lower. If it go lower, buy more. You know, that's what I do. And my stocks did dip a little. It's all right. Remember, you put throwaway money in there, right? You put money you don't you put money you don't care about in there. Don't put your bill money in there. Just put a little bit of money at a time. Don't be scared of this shit. I can't wait just being me. When you see that shit recover, you're gonna be like, whoa, I should have put more. That's what everybody always say. Man, I should have bought more. But this same reaction happened on Thursday. You know, just be patient. Continuously, if it dipped a little, buy a little bit more. Like I try to show people my account. As you see, I'm down big time. What was that? I don't know. I got my Bluetooth connected. So look, I'm down 8 grand. You ain't down much as me, right? I'm down 8 grand, but I bought more. This is what I was showing people earlier. I had 3,000. Can you drop the link again? Yes, I can. I'm waiting for you. Let me try to get you. I'm gonna drop you down, and then you could come back. Let me see. Drop the link. All right, boom, copy. I'm learning just like you guys, man. She's about to come and teach me something. See, I don't know every damn thing. There you go, Miss Juicy Fruit. Let me take this off of Bluetooth so y'all don't hear all my notifications on my phone. I should call my realtor and just tell them, hey man, we on YouTube, man. What you got? What's going on with the housing market? Y'all should just listen to our conversation and listen to how this dude talk to me. What time is it? Oh, it's 8. It's 8:30. He might be like, dude, I'm with my girl. Yep, they go to the link. I'm waiting to see you again. I'm not gonna I'm make sure I put you up next time you come in. The link is in the chat. I definitely want to know what the EIN is. Man, let me get my pen and paper so when she come up here, I can write this stuff down what she about to say. There you go. I see you. Boom. Who is that? What's up, princess? My baby. Miss Juicy Fruit, how you doing today? I hear you now. Your mic
You can
sound like
hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, finally. I'm so sorry. I was sitting up there thinking, I was like, oh, the devil is busy. He don't want nobody to know this information. Um, but again, salute to you. Thank you so much for having me up. I heard you talking and I was like, man, I don't think he knows. So for me, I'm a businesswoman. I've had my own business for over 7 years. Run a very successful company. And also have other businesses that I also have. In addition to that, I'm in the process of studying for my insurance license. I'm about to start doing insurance. But I know business is my passion. I'm serious. Probably about as passionate as you are about crypto. That's how I am about business. So, one thing that I when we were talking about an EIN number, and you probably know what this is, Biz. You probably know. But it's basically like your business's social security number. It's, you know what I'm saying? So anytime you're starting a business, like even an LLC, it doesn't matter what type of business it is, you always want to apply for an EIN number. And it's just it's your business's tax identification number.
So do I have to have like a business name to get an EIN number?
You can create anything you want. You can create any name you want. And like, for example, I mean, and I know I don't know what you plan on doing with YouTube. You may not do anything with it. But because you've already invested in yourself by buying that computer and that microphone, and I know you were telling me, like, it costs you a little bit of money. If you create an LLC and make this into a business, even if it's just like a part-time side hustle, that can be considered a tax deductible business expense.
So it say if my business not generating any money, because I don't want donations or anything like that.
Hmm.
I'm not looking for that. So if my business is not generating any money, it will still be classified as a business, or do I have to
Yes,
make?
sir.
Oh,
And
so
here's the
okay.
thing, about that. See, this is why it's so good. As a matter of fact, there are a lot of money gurus out here that are encouraging everyone, even W-2 people. So even people who work a regular job, if you can find a side hustle and create a business for it, okay, which isn't hard to do, you can have certain expenses that become tax deductions. And even if you don't make any money from the business, right? Say for example, say we get this all set up for you, right?
Mhm.
And you haven't generated any income because you haven't taken any donations, but you spent, how much did you say the laptop was? $500,
Like
800?
500
Okay, you
around
spent.
that area, maybe been like 475. I like
Okay.
rounding numbers up.
Okay, so let's just round it up. Let's just round it up on a big number. Let's just say, because, okay, say if you were really going to make, and please slow me down if I start talking too fast or get too excited, because I love business. But say, for example, you were going to start a YouTube business channel, okay? Right? And let's just say, just calculating your startups, let's just round up your costs to $1,000. Okay, let's just say it costs you $1,000 to set all of that up. Okay, when you file your taxes, let's just say in that $1,000 you didn't make any profit, though, because you're not taking any donations. So technically your business would have a loss of $1,000 because that's the money that you spent to get it started, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
now, because you have a business, you can claim that as a loss and on your taxes, and then that becomes a deduction on your taxes. And now you have a business expense that can be deduced. And anytime you are deducting, the reason why deductions are so good when it comes to your taxes is because it lowers your tax liability with the government. Okay. So say for example, you made $10,000 for the year. I'm just giving this as a low number. But say you made $10,000 for the year. Okay. The government says, okay, all right, you made this money, Biz. All right, we're gonna tax you whatever we're gonna tax you on this $10,000. Okay. They have numbers already set up based on the tax brackets each year, right? So anybody who made $0 to $10,000, they have to pay this much. Anybody who made 10,000 to 20,000, they have to pay this much, right?
Right.
So just say you made $10,000 just like from your job or something like that. Okay, that's your job, your W-2 money, right? The
Right.
government gonna charge you 10,000. Is gonna charge you taxes based on that $10,000. When you have business deductions or any type of deductions, okay, what they do is they reduce that $10,000. So say for example, you got, so let's say the hypothetical YouTube business we're talking about, right? Your your business, you didn't make any money, so it's a loss of $1,000. Okay, that $1,000 gets taken off that $10,000 for your annual income. Now you've only made $9,000
$9,000.
that the government can tax. Then on top of that, you take the standard deductions and everything else that the government gives you, any type of tax credits, any type of deductions that they give you. You take that and it just keeps chipping away at that $9,000, until it gets down to five. Then they only taxing you for $5,000. Then you get, you know what I'm saying? And
So let
until,
me ask you this, right? So
yes.
cause I'm now you got me thinking big time. So it's like, say I get an LLC, it's called Biz 101, right?
Mm-hmm,
That's my business name. And
mm-hmm.
I gotta get the LLC and then get an EIN number. That comes with me getting the LLC.
Yes.
All right, so I get the LLC. Now, how much is it cost to get the LLC?
So in LLC, I mean, it depends on your state. right? It depends on your state, but we're not talking about a whole lot of money. We talking about, maybe a couple hundred, maybe less than that. I know in the state that I'm in, when I started my business, I started 9 years ago. I got contracted with the state, and now I have a state contract. So, I'm all over my entire state. I service everybody on my state. So I've had 7 years holding on to that state contract. But when you start a business, all you have to do, I know it seems so simple, but it's really not. Whatever the name is, like, so you said, if Biz 101 is the name, right? Then you go to whatever state you want to incorporate your business in, and you set it up, and it's as simple as, a lot of times you can do it online. Okay, you apply for it. They're going to check the business name to make sure it's not utilized by any other entities. And that's actually something that you should do before you go to apply for it. So before you go to apply for your LLC, just do a quick Google search, look up your business, make sure it's good. Okay. Then you can either do it one or two ways. You can start with the IRS and go to the irs.gov and apply for your EIN number. You can do it there and then apply for your LLC, or you can apply for your LLC. It doesn't matter which way you do it. Okay. And you don't need either one to do it.
So
But
I
if
have
you
to go to irs.gov to apply for the LLC.
you go to irs.gov to apply for the EIN number.
All right, hold on. I'm writing
Okay.
this shit down.
Yeah.
And I got another question. All right,
Sure.
so look, say I got this YouTube business and I
Mm-hmm.
gotta come on camera. And for me to
Mm-hmm.
come on camera, I need to get clothes. That a
Mm-hmm.
business expense?
Yes, sir. Now the only thing there's listen, I'm the queen of business expenses and deductions and finding stuff. It's possible. The only thing I will say where people start to get in trouble is they take advantage of it and get stupid with it. You know what I'm saying? Don't
Right.
be buying no $4,000 Armani suits. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
trying to write that out. Just buy regular clothes.
you can buy, yeah, you can buy, if you feel like you need to buy you some clothes to be presentable online or what have you, yes, all you need to do is document that.
Receipt.
Definitely keep all of your receipts. And what I would even say is even this, because you already on it, I heard you talking about all your credit cards. If you want, you can designate just one of your credit cards, and that's what you utilize for all of your expenses related to your business. So that way you can go right into that, because you already know what you spent. It's documented, okay, that you spent, $200 at such and such clothing store on such and such day. And then you're going to just make note of what that was for. Or you can do something like get QuickBooks Online, which I love. Is very, very simple. Costs like $15 a month for the most basic plan. And that takes you to a whole nother level of how it calculates and categorizes all your business expenses. But yeah, anything that you feel like you need to utilize for it, as long as you keep a receipt and documentation as to why, you can do it. Like, for example, if you and I were in the same state and we got together and had lunch, okay, we
And we
could
were
have
talking
lunch and
about the YouTube
we could
channel
talk the shit
or
and kick it.
stock.
Right, but it's right, or anything. But as long as we make note that we did speak about business and we spoke about stocks, and just like a brief summary of what we talked about. So like, if say we went to lunch, we could go kick it, do for hours, we could be out just doing whatever. But maybe we designated 20 to 30 minutes of that time, and I sat down and you wrote down all the steps of everything that I told you about starting an EIN number. That would be considered a business lunch.
And I could take that receipt and add it up.
And you could
And
deduct
that
it.
goes on top of, because that's where I get confused, because I'm not a tax person. Because like when you file your taxes, that should be like standard deductions and
Yes.
all of that. So say I get I think the standard deduction like 18,000 or something like that. So when they give you the standard deduction, that will go on top of that.
Yes, I know taxes too. Taxes is
And
another
then you
thing I
get your
do.
check, because I got my kids. I file my kids on my taxes. My kids' mom, she let me file my kids every year. So
Mm-hmm.
I file my kids on my tax. So I get that as a dependent write off, credit back. But I don't have any business expense to write off.
Exactly. And see, normal, like, people who don't have businesses, um they're really the ones, like the middle class people, those are the ones that really get the shaft when it comes to the tax system. If you want to be able to, if the key with taxes is to reduce. They go by your annual income every year. They calculate everything you make, and that's what they tax you on. So your goal as a taxpayer is to get your annual income low
Low.
as possible. And the best way to do that is with the deductions. That's why they give everybody a standard deduction to try and be fair, because most people don't have business expenses to deduct, or most people don't have enough expenses throughout the year to itemize and deduct everything. So they say the government, that's why they give us that big old general deduction. And
Right.
it's
So let me ask you this. Since
mhm,
I do my taxes online with the I use Free Tax USA,
mhm,
right? And I
mhm.
file my I can do this by myself,
Yeah,
or do I need to go to like H&R Block to do it?
you can listen. You can do your taxes by yourself. I did my taxes by myself. You know what I'm saying. That's kind of how I started before I got enrolled and all of that
And I'll
stuff.
be
So
scared as shit to make a mistake, because then they try to
well,
audit you and stuff.
because listen, I mean, the IRS ain't nobody to play with. It is scary, if you don't know the laws. But if you know the laws, and if you know what I'm saying, first of all, the number one goal is, what I'm saying, to not be on no shady shit, period. Because you know what I'm saying, it's the government. Don't nobody want to play with the government. So you know what I'm saying. That's not what you want. You know what I'm saying. You're not
No,
on that.
I
So
want to be able to take advantage of this shit like everybody else.
like
If I
everybody
if I
else.
go to Macy's and buy a polo shirt, it costs $50, and I'm on camera using my polo shirt to for these YouTube events or whatever. I come up and talk and making myself presentable for my business, which is Biz 101,
Right,
right? That's an
right.
expense. I'm using
That's a
that. If I
legitimate.
buy, and I don't know about, what about haircuts and shit? That ain't business expense, huh?
I mean, here's my thing. Here's my thing. What I would say is generate those big time legitimate expenses first. The things are going to cost you. Like for example, your internet. Your internet bill. If you start a YouTube business, your internet bill needs to be on that as a business expense. You no longer should be paying for your internet bill,
Holy
you know what I'm saying,
shit.
out of pocket, out of your own pocket. I mean, and technically you will be, but at the end of the
At the end of
year
the year, I'm gonna get it back. I know what you're
you
saying.
gonna get it
And
all
then,
back.
like, what about this setup that I have in my room for to do this? That's a
You if you want to, you could turn that room into, is it, I don't know if it's your bedroom or your office or whatever, but if you want to, say you have a little small room, you can turn that room into an office, and then you can deduct a portion. You can't like deduct your whole housing expense, but you can deduct like a portion of your mortgage, and it's kind of based on the square footage of the room that you're conducting business in. But you can take that amount and deduct that from your taxes as well. That that's a part of your business expense. Anything that's a part of your business expense.
can
Anything.
now to set up the LLC, is that a part of a business expense?
Yes, sir, it is. It's a part of a startup cost, and startup costs they're all deductible. And as a matter of fact, they're actually you can actually break them up over the years. So like for example, our original startup costs I think was like $20,000 originally. And so what I did was, to help us have a tax break, I broke that $20,000 up like over 2 to 3 years. So you know what I'm saying? One year I deducted 10,000 of it. One year I saved it for the following year. I deducted five. Another year I deducted it for five. Which I'm glad I did it that way, because our business grew exponentially year after year after year. So we were making so much money that we needed every single deduction. See, and that's how Jeff Bezos and all of the Amazon and them. You see how they be getting away with paying no taxes? That's how, because they have business expenses. They build up their business expenses and they write that shit off at the end of the year.
Right, but this YouTube business is
Hmm.
that, like, it's not gonna be that much expense.
No, it
I'm
might
looking
not be, but you know
Yeah, I'm
what?
looking for expense like, okay, my mortgage, that's a good one. My internet bill, that's a good one.
Your
Um,
mortgage, I'm gonna tell you, your mortgage, you probably, like I said, you might be able to do a portion, but not all of it. Your internet, you can do,
let's
and
say it's like $300. So
uh-huh.
say I do like $300 on that. My internet is only like $50. So we gonna do this. I
Hmm.
got my calculator right here. So okay, 300, 350. So we got that times 12. That's 4,200
Hmm.
a
That's
year.
just that. I mean, but you got to think about it, right? Again, but say you
And that's
never
on
took.
top of that 18,000 standard deduction.
Right, and you have two kids, so actually it should be 18 for each, right?
No, it's 18,000 standard, and I get like tax credit like 2,500 a kid, something like that. So I get back every year. I get back like 6 grand from the IRS.
Okay, okay. With a business, you could get back more.
And then
But
and then at my job, I make like 75, almost 80,000 a year.
what do you mind if I ask what do you do?
I drive trucks.
You drive trucks,
I
okay?
got CDL.
Oh, okay, okay. I was trying to think of anything that you do for that even that could be considered a business expense. But I
But that's
mean
not
the
my business. I work for somebody. Feel me?
right, but like anything that you have to do, is there? I mean, I don't know. Some people, they can. Well, no, yeah, it's not your truck. Never mind. I'm sorry. I was going to say you could deduct the mileage. But it. But okay, so let's just, and again with the YouTube thing, that's just an example, right? Think of anything that you might want to do as a side hustle that if you don't mind doing as a side hustle, like say you work on people's houses. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I don't
Like,
do none of that shit.
well,
But
I mean,
this
I'm
YouTube,
just giving
eh,
an example.
oh yeah.
He's like, no, I don't do that.
I
I'm
call
just
I
any.
call people to come fix on my house.
Oh, okay. Yo, I've been trying to get my brothers to do it. It's lucrative. But that's just an example of anything. It doesn't have to be this YouTube business, but I would suggest that you develop, find you a business and develop it. I only said this because you've
I'm doing
already
it right
invested.
now.
Yeah,
Right.
you already invested money into it.
So forty two
So I
hundred plus the 600. Hold on, I'm gonna do plus the 600. The startup. That's now we talking 4,800. Then whatever clothes I buy, keep the receipts. You could get that'll be another look 5 or 600. So I
yeah,
could
you
get
can
I
do.
could get at least 5,000 extra dollars to write off every year.
Yes. Yes. And then don't start, I mean, like I'm saying, don't if you start developing it and really building it into something, you can just I mean, you know what I'm saying? It could continue to grow, and you know what I'm saying? And either you can make money from it, give an income, or say you don't take a single like a single donation. Anything that becomes a write-off at the end of the year, boom, you can deduct that. Anything.
Right, because basically my brain, I just know a little bit about these markets and how this shit work. I know a little bit about credit, and I just got this to try to help other people cuz I know other people are in a bad situations, and a lot of people don't even focus on this stuff cuz when I first learned about this stuff, I was a little pissed off because I'm like, man, we've been missing on this boat, man. Like
Yep.
Facebook, all these companies been out. We could have just been buying. Everybody got Amazon Prime, but nobody owns Amazon. My mother, I'm like, Mom, why you ain't buy no Amazon? She like, I ain't messing with no stocks. I'm like, man, you a damn fool. We could be rich if you'd have did that. Facebook, you run to Facebook and sign up. Nobody buys Facebook. Cash App is the same way. Everybody got a fucking Cash App. Nobody owns this shit. And I'm like, bro, these people, you know who owns it? The people that got the money. So in
Yep.
my head, I'm like, I need to get on here and try to help whoever wants to learn. But again, I don't get too many people coming in here because people don't like learning about this type of stuff. They rather watch a lot of drama and shit. But eventually, hopefully, people will come in here and start asking questions, but they rather ask about the nonsense. So it's like I'm doing this just out of the kindness of my heart, trying to help people, man, trying to help people, kids. And I come on once a week to do this. And that was my mission. It's not to, make money or to do anything like that. I always tell people if you're gonna donate to me, buy yourself some shares first, please. Don't give me no
Right.
money.
Right.
If you give me money, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be like, man, now you better have bought some damn stock. You
Right.
fucking sending me this money over here. That's how I look at it. And that's my goal. And if I could get a business out of it, I don't know if it'll ever grow, but I could definitely come on here once a week and put on a shirt and get paid for my outfits that I wear, get that right off and then get some of my mortgage written off and get this whatever equipment I
Some
buy
other
because
expenses, like even your phone. Well, I know. Well, you said your company pays for your phone, so you don't need that anymore. But yeah,
but
like
I
even your
definitely have a phone I could write off, my daughter phone, and my internet on my laptop. That's like $100 a month. I pay 100 and something, like 110 or something like that. I pay for my
I haven't paid a phone bill out of my own personal pocket in years.
so the first thing I
My
need to
company
do
pays mine. Mhm.
the first thing I need to do is look into a LLC
Yes, if you have
and
not,
sign up for that. And when I pay for it, keep the receipt. And one of these credit cards I got, which probably is the SoFi card, because I rarely use that one. Right, that's another company that people need to look up to try to invest in. It's a company called SoFi. It's a brand new fintech bank. There's no brick and mortar facility that you go to for this bank. Everything is on an app.
I know
It's
SoFi. Yeah,
right.
and
That I
they have really good interest rates because of that. They have some really
Right.
good.
Yes, because they don't have to pay bank tellers and stuff like that. So I have
Mhm.
SoFi and I have a like a $15,000 credit card with them.
Mhm.
So I can use that card to buy all of my clothes and things like that. And but I didn't buy this laptop on there. I guess I don't know
It
what the hell
doesn't
the
matter.
receipt is.
It doesn't matter. Keep the receipt. Yeah, well,
I don't
wherever
know what the
you.
receipt is.
Oh, but
I,
but that's okay though. You don't need it. I mean, because you bought it on probably on one of your credit cards.
I definitely did.
So you got it somewhere on one of your statements. All you got to do is go look it up. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you don't necessarily, when I say keep receipts, like if you have the actual receipt, that's fine. You know, I would scan it into your computer, you know, like scan it and keep a copy of it. Or as long as you have proof on your statements, you know,
And
that you can show.
you gotta send that to the IRS.
No, 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 no. You keep everything as a record, just in the event that the IRS asks you. They might, you know, and I use audit very, very like, you know, because I think people get afraid of it. Um, but you know, just for purposes, when you one thing about having a business, you do have to keep good records. Okay, so
Just in
as
case
long
they
as
do audit, because they
just
normally
in
they
the
take your
event,
word for it until they be like, I don't know about this guy, he's a little sketchy, and then they
yeah.
audit you.
Yeah, yeah, but they not messing with nobody that's like like deducting $5,000 in tax. You know what I'm saying? Like that to them is like small fry. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that that's no reason to do it,
No,
but
I understand what you're
you know what I
saying,
mean?
but
Yeah, like
that's just
they going
like
into
that's just
business.
exact. That's a free 5,000. Because if I'm making 80, 75, 80,000 a year, and they taxing me in that tax bracket, and I could get that standard deduction plus an extra 5 or 6, maybe 10.
That takes
I ain't
you
trying to.
down. That takes
Right.
you down a tax bracket, which means you pay less money in taxes in a year throughout the year.
Right. And I could do that every year and make sure I keep my receipts and stuff. And
Yes, sir.
it'll be just good and fine and dandy.
Yes, sir. And
I'm gonna
what you
look
really
into
want
that
to do.
LLC shit.
Yeah, I would start if you start with you can start with the LLC. Or like I said, either one, go to the irs.gov, get your EIN number. And what that EIN number actually, Biz, see what you really could do is, especially you, because you said you have a really good credit score, which is excellent. Okay. When when I started my business, I went into the bank, I had my EIN number, and I had and my company was LLC. But I had not, I hadn't we weren't making any money yet. You know what I'm saying? There was no income coming in. But I opened up a business checking account with my EIN number, right? And because I had opened up that business checking account, because I had the EIN number, I had the LLC already registered with the state corporations commission. And because I had decent credit, because I didn't even have no 800 credit score back then. I had decent credit. When I went and opened up that business bank account, not only did I get the bank account, but they gave me a credit card for $10,500, a business credit card. So, and that is where I started to build my business credit. Now, that's a whole other animal that you really want to, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to start getting into, because with business credit, they're not using your credit at all. So if anything goes down with that business or with that credit, it ain't even on your stuff. Okay. Which is ultimately where you want to be. Right. But Like, again, so that's an option that you can take if you're not comfortable with using your own credit card, your SoFi credit card. That's another option. You can apply for business credit and get a small little business credit card and then do all your business and stuff on there. Or you can use the credit cards that you have and just keep the state, keep the statements, and you don't even have they don't have to be paper statements. Save them onto your computer. Create a file
So
for your.
can I? What if I did it like okay? So like, say I go there and I say I got Biz 101. They're gonna
Hmm.
ask me what type of business is it. I say
Hmm.
YouTube. That's
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah, like you can say it's a and I mean for YouTube, I would say um I'm sure there are different things that people categorize it as, but you could say it's for like media. It's a media company, or it's for entertainment, or it's for educational purposes. I have it because that's basically what it is. It's not really, you're educating people. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you could say, yeah, I have an educational YouTube channel, where we discuss, stocks and Bitcoin. And, I teach people about, financial freedom and literacy and all of that good stuff.
Right. And then like say if I name it Biz 101 and then I start a landscaping company, I could put it all under that same business.
You could, but see, now we really talking. See, now we talking about, because there's so many ways that you can do it. You could do it under that. You could create your own business for the landscaping, or you could do it like as a DBA, doing business as. There's a lot of different ways that you can layer it when it comes to something like that. Or you could have like a whole other business that owns both of those businesses and works under there and operates and manages those. And that
Man,
becomes
you telling me these people see this when that shit start making me mad. Cause I'm like, what? These people been doing this their whole life.
that's the only leg up that they
What's
have
up,
on us.
Nene? Miss Nene loyal. She's a good loyal supporter. She come in and say what's up to me.
Hey
She do it.
Nene,
She do it
we
all
up
the
here
time.
talking business, girl. But yeah, that's the only thing, Biz. You said it. The only difference between them and us is that they've had the information for generations. They've been doing this shit, and so that's why they have the leg up. But now that the information is free to all of us, there's really no excuse. There's
None at
no
all.
excuse for any of us to be struggling
Except
anymore.
laziness.
That's it. That's it. Or not listening, or not researching, not reading, whatever. But there's no excuse. That's why, like, when Kwame be talking about it, I'll be like, that's true. As a black person, I don't understand what the problem is. I don't understand why, or as a person of color, why we don't have it together when the information is out there for us.
I
We
understand totally why. Because they brainwash us with the media, with the music. They got us thinking a different way of making money is the way. Like they got us thinking that we have to do certain things to make money. They got us thinking it's all about going to work and paying bills and stuff. That's how we are programmed to think. This type of stuff you talking about, they don't put it in the public eye. They teach their kids inside the house.
Yes, they
Like
do teach their kids.
you as somebody that knows about this, your kids are gonna be set up good because you're gonna be telling them, hey, do this, do that, do this, do that. They're not gonna go and find this on a TV show. They're not gonna go find this nowhere else but you. That's what they've been doing.
That's
Behind closed door, they tell their kids, hey, you need to set this up and this up. They got trust set up. They got all type of shit
trust.
set up to where their kids is in good shape and their kids already have a business idea because they coming from their parents. And what you telling me now, that this is why I'm even on you, because when I saw this shit, it pissed me off. And then to listen to you talk about this, I'm like, bruh, I'm 40 years old. I could have been doing this shit my whole life. Like
Yep.
I could have
Yep.
already. I just bought a lawnmower that cost 1,700. I cut my grass every week. That could be a fucking business.
Yes, it could. You listen, if say you cut two or three of your neighbors' lawns, that's a business, baby. And anything that has to do with your lawn and theirs is a business expense, and you can deduct that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
It is
That's
no
what these motherfuckers are doing.
look, the trust, when you brought up trust, I know all about trust. I'm teaching everybody I can about that too. That's a
Hurricane
whole.
Kilo in the building. Salute to you, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. See, we talking about that good shit over here, Hurricane.
We talking about making money and generational wealth and building stuff for generations and generations and generations. That trusts and estate plans, that's a whole nother thing too. I know all about that. I'm learning more about that. Insurance, that's why I'm studying to get my insurance license right now. Infinite banking, have you heard of that?
Yes, I heard of that. That's like when
Ooh,
you like your own kind of bank. I don't know too much
yes,
about it,
sir.
but I heard of it. It's like you your own bank or something. You use life insurance in order to
Yes.
do it, I think. And you don't have to go to
Yes.
the bank to do it. See, these are the type of things they hide from us. They just hide it from us and they put us in the mindset that we have to be thugs. Like okay, I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Who is the drug dealer in the movie? The
In the
black man.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Who
Yeah.
is the crackhead in the movie? The black man.
Yeah.
Who is the hoe in the movie?
The black woman.
You see? And
Yep.
this is what we see from little kids. And we watch this shit. And who is the judge in the movies? Who always the judge?
White person.
Who always the lawyer in the movie?
Yep.
You see? And,
Yep.
and the doctors and shit like that. And the police officers, now they starting to diversify them, but they do not show us in a light to where our kids will want to be like that. We think being a judge is corny. We think being a lawyer is corny. We think that we have to, what up, nigga, I'll kill you, I'll slap you. Yeah, sit down, girl. We think that's how we gotta live.
Yep.
And they
Yep.
don't they keep it like that. And behind closed doors, they telling their kids, hey, when you get this, you gotta set this up so you don't have to pay this much taxes. In the movie, who the tax man? The white dude. So we don't look at to them as our role models. And every time we get one, they destroy him. Like
Yep.
like when you see okay, well, Bill Cosby did that shit to himself, but look at the character he played. He was a doctor, his wife was a lawyer, they had the family knit together. You know what I'm saying? They was doing good. It was a good example for the community. No, not talking about what he did behind the scenes, but I'm talking about that actual sitcom was empowering black people to want to be a fucking doctor, to want to be a lawyer, because we see, wow, look at the house they live in on a TV show, right? I want to be that. I want to. Now they don't show us like that. They show us as strippers, as fucking hair. Not saying hairstylists is not a good business, because I'm sure that shit is pretty lucrative. But they show us as rappers, entertainers, athletes, and we know that 90% shit, 98% of fucking kids is not going to the NBA or the NFL. It's a very small group of people that ever make it that far, but every single black kid wants to be that. This shit is crazy, and it's a design set up to keep us behind. That's why it took me so long to even start learning about this shit. And then who am I learning from? If you go on YouTube right now and you type up some type of stock shit, you're gonna see a white person doing this shit. And that shit is done by design. It's designed to keep us behind the eight ball, if you ask me, in my opinion.
No, it's true. It's true. They've been doing it for, they've had us brainwashed for a long time. You know what I'm saying? The Willie Lynch letter really explains it all. But um, the information is here now. Now we have it. Like Kwame always says, like, what are we gonna do now? Like, enough talking about it. Yes, we know they did us wrong. They stole, you know what I'm saying? They kept information from us, da, 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 da. But now we got it. So what are we gonna do now?
We're gonna
Now,
listen to people like you come on here and talk about this type of shit.
yeah.
So so people can listen to this. Like when you telling me about a LLC and an EIN number, this shit sound like Spanish. I'm like, damn, I don't know about that. I know about this, but I don't know about that. So I'm listening to you, right? And you teaching me this. I'm teaching you that, right? And guess who's gonna learn this? Your kids, my kids. So when you tell me
That's
this
right.
stuff and I figure it out, guess who I'm gonna show? My kids, right?
That's
And I'm gonna tell them, you're not even going out this house unless you get your LLC. All right. You better find something to figure out. You better sell hats or something. You better do something.
listen. Listen. Look, your children are not too young. They can have their own businesses, and you can be, and that's what um she kind of touched on a little bit, but I don't think she really, but anyways, but the IRS, you can also um hire your children. right? And then you can also deduct up to $12,500 per child. So that's another deduction, right? So say let's just use your lawn care thing for example, okay? Say you did, 5 neighbors' yards and your son helped you, okay? You can now hire your son on as a 1099 employee, right? And pay him up to $12,500, and now you also deduct that $12,500 from your
From
annual
my
tax
annual
liability
tax.
income.
So, man, come
There are
on,
people.
man.
Listen, I do it for my girl. I do it for my kid children. My girls are 10 years old. Okay, my girls are 10 years old. I have twin girls, but they help me. They help me in my office. They help mommy alphabetize my paperwork. They help me shred. They help me file. They help me do all types of stuff. Guess what? They're gonna have a little 1099 that I'm gonna write out for them. They're gonna have a little income, and I'm gonna be able to write that off on my taxes at the end of the year, and it's perfectly legal.
So let me ask you this. Now, it's saying that you paying them
Uh
12,000 or 10,000, $12,000. Do they
huh.
have to have do they have to pay taxes on that?
No, that's what you deduct.
I'm
So
talking about your
essentially,
kid. So like that 10-year-old that's getting that income,
uh huh.
they will have to pay taxes on their income. Is that correct or no?
No, no, they do
Why
not.
they don't have to pay taxes?
Because it's not, because it's money that's what you're basically deducting. So it's not their money. It's not like I don't know how to explain that. Like they're not old enough to
Old
even
enough to
file a,
work.
right. So
So
they're
they
not
won't
old
they
enough
won't
to
have to
file a
pay
tax
taxes
return.
until they turn 18.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, exactly. They're not
See,
old
this
enough.
is
Now your
that
son.
bull jive. My son's 16. See, this shit make
Okay,
me so mad. They didn't teach us this shit. You know that?
look it up, and it's in the Let me look up that IRS.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about my son's 16. I could have been doing this when he was 10. Like, I could have
Yes.
been making money on this kid since he
You
was
can
10.
do it. There are some people that do it is younger than that. I only did it because I work in an office, and the thing that you do have to be able to prove that your child can do the work. So,
Only
but
if
you
they
can,
audit you though.
yeah, but you and here's the thing too. Like, you can do it for, so like for example, my oldest, my son, he's
Nene just said she has a few questions.
okay. Okay, I'll answer. I just wanted to say, for example, so like my son, he's special needs. Okay. But he helps, he's a big boy, so he helps mommy with the big stuff, like lifting stuff, moving stuff, and we got to do that right? So even him, he can have a salary that can, you know what I'm saying, that can be tax deductible, that he, you know what I'm saying. So it has to, as long as it's something that your child can do, you know what I'm saying. My daughters, I didn't start them off until they were 10 because they were still learning to read and all that stuff, but now they can read. Now they can tell me what this letter says. They can, alphabetize. They can, you know what I'm saying. So
So
it's
like say I pay my son 10,000, right?
mhm.
Do I have to have a receipt that I paid him 10,000? Like how would I prove to them like, yo, I just paid this kid 10,000? Or
You
it's
can,
not even like paying him 10,000. I just put it on the paper like I paid him 10,000, and then it's a section where I say what his job was.
yeah, like you can do it that way. Or you can do what some parents actually do, which is a good idea if you can afford to do it. Whatever amount of money that you give them, that you're going to pay them, you can put that in like a Roth IRA, okay? Which of course builds money for them.
I know what that
So,
is. That's on the stocks.
well, it's a IRA though. It's an account. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Like
me
that
show you
you
what I'm talking about because I got this on the screen right here. See what it say right here? Look on the screen. Can you see my screen?
Let me see. Let me go back. I went to go look at
It say IRA. See where it say individual? This is my individual account, but right here, this
okay.
Roth IRA, you see it?
Yes.
I haven't bought it. If I buy stocks in here, I don't think they can tax it. But if I put it in there, I think I can't sell it for a long time. I put it in this I don't really know the rules behind this IRA, but I know what you're talking about because it's right here. You can buy stocks in the IRA. That's
Yes.
what you just talking about. I can like say if I click on this count, see it say open account. I ain't put no money in there, nothing, because
Mm,
I know that I will have to pay. I will have to not pay. I can't gotta leave it in there. Like that's for retirement, right?
yeah. Yeah,
Right.
exactly. It's an IRA, an individual retirement account.
Yep, and that's a retirement account, so I can't fucking touch that for a long time. This one, this my individual account. If this thing start taking the fuck off and go to the moon, I could sell it. But I
Um,
just have to pay taxes on my profits. Right now, if I sold it, this is another thing about stocks too. We talking about this tax stuff, right? This some real shit. The government give you $3,000 a year to write off on as losses on the stock. So like, if you
yes, they
see, if
do.
if you can see my account right here, see, I know about this stock shit. You know about the business shit. See, man, this is what our community needs to hear. This shit right here, man. We could come up out the
Yes.
trenches. Cause like 2 people, 3 people that like they say where 2 or 3 are gathered, you could learn, you could teach a multitude of things. So like this, say I'm down $8,000. So say I sold everything and I just said, fuck it. I don't want to lose no more money. I took this $8,000 loss. I can write 3,000 off this year. I can write 3,000 off the next year, and I can
Yep.
write that 2,000 off the next year after that. Because they give you up to $3,000 a year basically to put in the stock market and lose.
Yes,
That's
sir.
that's what they do. Like that's it though. If you lose $50,000, you only can write off 3,000 of that, but you could write 3, 6, 9, all the way till you get to 50,000. But if we rocking with me, we ain't gonna lose no $50,000 because I ain't gonna let you lose $50,000. See, it say I'm down 8,000 because the fucking economy is crashing, but I've been just adding and adding ownership right here. If you came in here last week, you see I had 3,000 shares. This week you see I got 3,085 shares. Next week, if it's still this low, you're gonna see me buy more. I might have 3,125 because I'm looking at it now. I need to get that to 100. See, that's how I think. I don't even look at this number. This shit right here with these stocks, because I know the power of this shit. I made like $50,000 off of $2,500. I did it before, bought me a house. That's how I came up. So I kind of know what the fuck this shit talking about. So I like to look this zero. Fuck that. I look at this number right here, the ownership. This ownership right here is what I want. Because if I'm buying a good company and I understand everything this business is doing, when it goes up, the more ownership I have, the more money I'm gonna make. And that's why I do this. But like you're talking about, you can write off $3,000 of losses on your taxes. But now, as far as the
Isn't it?
taxes, huh?
I, I want to say, is it? I feel like it's more than 3,000. Is it?
No, you only can write down 3,000 losses. Miss Nini, you had questions. It say, okay, thanks. Anyway, sis, oh, Forex. You was asking about Forex. No, I Forex, that's money exchange. That's like I know what Forex is, but I don't fuck with Forex. It's like you have different money on there. You got the dollar fighting the yen, fighting all the ruble, fighting all these different currencies. It's like a currency. You trade in currencies. That's what Forex is. It's like currency exchange. And these stocks is basically business. That's why I hate that term stock, because it throw people off. When you think stock, again, you think who's the stockbroker in the movie? The white dude. See how they got it set up? They don't want everything that got something to do with power and money. They look who they made Jesus. The white dude, right? Everything that got something to do with power and money and shit like that, they always identify it as a white person. They keep the black man thinking we thugs and pimps and hoes and shit like that. This is the design that they do to our community. Is fucked up. But we trying to break this shit. I'm trying to break this shit with at least with my family, and that's why I got this channel, because I want to break this shit for everybody. So now when you make money in the stock market, right? They got this shit called short-term gains and long-term gains. A short-term gain is anything under a year. So like say you buy something today and that bitch rock it off and you sell it, you got to pay like 30% of that because you sold it within a year of buying the asset, right? So if you wait longer than a year, that's called long-term gains. You only got to pay like 15% or 10% of that gain. So like I've been holding this a year and some change now. So if this bitch blast off and that shit go up to 50,000 and I sell it, I don't got to pay for the money that I put in. Let me see how much I put in here. I put in 16,000 $270 I put in this company so far. So say this shit shoot up and it go to $50 and it's now worth say it's worth 50,000, right? That means I've gained 50,000 minus 16. So I only got to pay taxes on the gain, right? Not the money that I put in. The money I put in, they can't tax me twice. It's already been taxed. You know what I'm saying? So they only tax me on my gains. So I would have to, that's what they call income tax on your gains, right? And this another thing, like I tell people, the stock market has to go up over the future, because if the more people lose money, the more people could write off in taxes. The more times you make money, the more you have to pay the IRS. It's all a scam about taxes, right? So it's designed to go up over the long term. So people that hold stocks always end up on top. No matter all of this fucking economy bullshit going on, eventually the stock market will recover, because these motherfuckers want to make taxes off your ass. If I'm sitting here losing $8,000 and I sell this shit, they got to give me a tax write-off. They don't want to give me no fucking tax write-off. They want me to make money. So they intend for this shit to go up, but over the long term. Right now, it's pain going on. Everybody's getting thrashed, right? Everybody. It's not just me. People out here is down way more than this. This chump change. I've been seeing accounts with 30, 40, 50,000. These motherfuckers buying a day in shares and shit. I seen this motherfucker had the CEO of this company. He got like 100,000 shares. This motherfucker rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn. That's what make me understand that ownership is the key to wealth, right? If you don't, he who owns nothing will never change the laws. Niggas who got the money, he who got the money make the laws, right? That's why you see the Chinese people always fucking getting laws passed and shit. And these motherfuckers don't even vote, but they got a Chinese store on every corner, and you ain't never seen no Chinese food commercial.
And you know what else they don't do? They don't pay taxes. They don't pay taxes. I was going to I was thinking about buying this nail salon. I was going to start a nail shop, and I was trying to decide between whether or not I was going to start it up or if I was going to buy one. And they don't normally do this, but this I guess he was Vietnamese owner, you know, he kind of set me down because he saw I was serious, and you know what I'm saying, he opened up his books and he explained everything to me. They don't fucking pay taxes. They don't pay. That's why if you ever notice, you go to
I'll bring you up here, Miss Nene. Miss Nene said she want the link. She want to
come on up. Yeah, sorry. I hope I'm not taking up all the talk, but
nah, man, we rocking out. We learning. This shit is good shit right here.
Yeah. So I was seeing so he explained to me, he was like, if you ever go to a nail shop, and the ladies will know this, they usually really encourage you to pay in cash. That's, you know why? Because anything that you pay, if you pay with a credit card or anything like that, right? All of that information gets reported to the government, and that's money that they're going to get taxed. But if you pay them in cash, it's up to them to report that to the government, and they don't. That's why if you ever go to the nail shop, they want you to tip them in cash. And I even went to one nail shop. They were giving people discounts if you paid in cash. If you pay with cash, you got an additional 20% discount just for paying in cash. Why? Because they take that money and they pocket it. They ain't telling Uncle Sam about that money. So they don't pay taxes. They generally don't, or they pay as minimal as possible. Because
they know come on screen, Nene, if you don't want. Yep, you could cut your camera off. I'll bring you up after you cut your camera off. I notice you. Hey, and let me tell you something else, Miss Juicy Fruit, about that. Why do you think they about to eliminate cash? Because they want control. They know people doing that shit, taking cash, just like a house. When you buy a house, right? Say I bought this house and my mortgage is $2,000, and I decide to rent it out, and I charge the people $2,600. I only got to pay taxes on the $2,000. That they call that cash flow. That's $600 that I got that I'm making. The government don't know nothing about that. And they don't like that shit. They like, fuck that. We need to know everything. That's why they want to go to this digital currency, this digital shit that's coming out, so they can track and control everything, so that nail shop can't do that shit. These people with these mortgage real estates, they won't do that shit. Like when I got, like I tell people, I got the season tickets to the NBA. If I sell my tickets online and it's more than $600 I make a year, because I do that too. Like I'll sell certain games to make money back, to pay for the tickets itself. Like I got a business mind. That's why they call me Biz. But I need a business so they could really call me Biz. But anyway, so when now the fucking Ticketmaster is reporting my shit to the IRS. When I sell the motherfuckers, they like, yo, this motherfucker, he made money on us. You need to know about this IRS. That's you just seen they hired 90,000 more IRS workers, right? They
Yep.
are. I think they collapsing this economy on purpose so they could bring this digital dollar out here so they could trace everybody's financial transactions so you can't duck their ass no more. But what's up, Miss Nene? Miss
Well,
Nene,
Okay,
oh, go
Biz,
ahead. You know, you finished the thought. Miss Nene,
Biz,
come up here.
can I ask a question for you and Juicy Fruit?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what is that you're doing? My son right here, and he want to know what is that you was talking about. And I did put in the chat. You say you spent 2,500 and you was able to make 50,000.
Yes, ma'am. That was on
My son, he
multiple.
on here, so he listening. Remember, I told you your stuff. I be want my son and my daughter to hear. To share it with them as far as with all this awesome information that you give, so that they can be looking up and looking into it and stuff. Look it up and stuff.
You know what? That just made my day. What you just said right here, you just made me feel so good because
I
that's what I do it
appreciate what
for.
you're doing.
This is what I do it for. You got your kids listening to this. I thank you so much for that because this what we need, man. This is how we gonna get out this chains. No, let me explain what happened, right? My name Biz, so my boys they come over. I always tell people about the credit. So my boy, he was like, man, Biz, you need to get in the stock market. So I was like, man, I ain't fooling with that stock market. That's for white people. Listen to me talk now. He like, the stock market. I start looking at the shit. I'm like, man, I don't understand this shit. This shit is a bunch of bullshit. Then I start looking at these people making money. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers making money. What I gotta do? So I had like 2,500 in the bank. Then Donald Trump come, he give everybody a stimulus check for 25, like I got like 2,500. So I put that in there with it. So I put 5,000, 2,500 was mine. And then I looked and I invested into a company. That's when we had the bull market, when the economy was pumping, right? Everything was good. It seemed like the world was never gonna end. Everything was good. So I was looking at the news. I invested into a company called Workhorse. I invested into Moderna. Moderna is the ones that made the coronavirus vaccine, right? So that's a company that made you hear me now? That's a company that made the coronavirus vaccine. It's called Moderna, right? So I saw a news article come across my screen and it said the United States government. This is why I don't like this corona shit, but that's just my belief. I'm gonna just tell you what the headlines say. The headlines say the United States government is giving Moderna $485 million for research to see if they could get the coronavirus vaccine. I looked at my son. I said, baby boy, do they give Russell Westbrook $485 million because they think he could play basketball or because they know he could play basketball? He like, they ain't giving him no 400 million because they think he could do shit. I said, bruh, they got the damn vaccine. Moderna got the vaccine. And if I wasn't a liar, that stock went from $30 and it went all the way to $400. And my account went so high, right? I ain't never seen this kind of money. I said, oh my God, I hit they ass. So my account was sitting at like 50,000. So I said, man, I can't fuck this money up. I said, I'm gonna buy me a house. So I sold half of that shit. I bought me a house and I left the rest. So I'm up like a motherfucker, even though it say I'm down on this screen right here. I only ain't no way I could go broke. And then when I bought the house, my house done went up $92,000 since I bought it. I bought it the year of coronavirus. And because everything was fucking, the interest rates and shit was at all time low. It was like, I paid like 2.5% interest on my house. So since I bought my house, the housing market done shot up through the roof. So my house done went up 92,000 since I bought it. All of this shit started from 2,500. That's it, right? And all I did was read and watch the news. What was going on in the news? The news moved the market. Right now, I'm focused on Bitcoin, right? Because I feel like I've been reading all these news. If you watch this live stream back in the beginning, I was talking about how The CPI data came out high. They talking about crashing the economy. I'm talking about this digital money coming up. Bitcoin is an actual a digital currency. That's what it is, right? And all of these big banks, it's a financial institution called BlackRock, right? It's the biggest financial institution in the world. These motherfuckers, they got excuse my language, your kids watching. These people got amount of money in their account that you can't even think. It looked like a calculated error. I'm like, holy smokes, right? What are they? These people are buying Bitcoin. JP Morgan Chase, it's a big bank. They just came out and said they rather buy Bitcoin than to buy real estate. So I'm looking like, what's these people doing? Warren Buffett, the best to ever do it. He invested into. He say that he don't like Bitcoin. Listen to what these people say. They always trick niggas. The Warren Buffett said, I don't like Bitcoin, but behind the scenes, he invested to this bank called New Bank, right? It's that's why I watch the news. It's a bank called New Bank. New Bank is invested heavily in Bitcoin. So I'm like, yo, Bitcoin is going to moon. It's going to moon. It's going to go up over time. To me, Bitcoin is like Amazon, right? It's going to be the next Amazon. That's me in my brain. So I'm buying this company here called CleanSpark because they make Bitcoin. It's like a Bitcoin miner. Bitcoin mining is they use computers. A bunch of computers come together and they solve an algorithm. The more computers you got, the more Bitcoin you make. So these people, they got a bunch of computers. They making like 16. Well, when I first started investing, they only make like 5 Bitcoins a day. Now they making like 16 Bitcoin a day, 15 point something Bitcoins a day. They making, right? They growing the business whole time the stock keep going down. Every news article I pull up is saying, oh, CleanSpark just bought this facility. CleanSpark doing this, CleanSpark doing that. They growing the business big time. They triple. I just pulled up the article earlier. They was talking about how they tripled the amount of Bitcoin they make, right? So I'm like, in 1 year time, they 132% the amount of Bitcoin they make now than they were last year, but the stock price keep going down, which makes no sense, right? So I'm just keep buying. Because I know in the future that shit gonna go up. So basically, for your kids, right, they should look into things that they like. The kids are the future, right? They start the trend. The kids got TikTok popping, right? TikTok, huh?
He grown, biz. He grown. He a grown man.
Oh, so what he
My
want to
son,
look
he a
into.
man.
Yeah, what he want to look into is assets that he know gonna be here in 5 to 10 years. Things that he think gonna make money, like Amazon. And if you don't know what to invest in, Google. We on YouTube right now. YouTube is owned by Google as long as as well as the search engine. Every time you pull up anything on Google, they got ads. The ad revenue, that's what pays Google, right? They're not going anywhere. It's a verb. Google is no longer just a business, it's an actual word. People say Google it, right? So you look into Google, that's a good ass company. Microsoft, that's a good ass company to invest in, right? Netflix, you know why? Because they got the subscription service. You pay monthly to watch Netflix, right? So they're gonna be growing. You got Hulu, all of these different companies, Roblox, Cash App, all of these different companies in the stock market that we don't pay attention to because our mind is thinking about hood shit. Our mind is thinking about killing each other, being rappers, shit like that. So what I do, I take my extra money that I have, right? That's not gonna hurt me, and I slowly buy into Roblox, right? My daughter, she like Roblox. She always on that shit. I said, baby, why don't you own Roblox then? So you buy a couple shares with your birthday money. Just buy a little bit. By the time you 18, who knows where the fuck that thing gonna be at? We know that the kids gonna keep playing this damn game. So eventually it's gonna grow, just like Facebook. Everybody got a Facebook, nobody owns it, right? You buy slowly into these companies. Don't put all your money in there in one day, because when we have markets like this and this shit crash, it discourages you from adding ownership. But guess what? Facebook was $20 like 10 years ago. Right now it's 200 and something dollars. They talking about it crashing. That thing ain't crashing. That shit is on a rocket ship. Only reason it's going down now is because the economy fucked up. But when the economy recovers, then what's gonna happen? It's gonna go back up, and people gonna be buying it when it go back up. Would you rather buy it when it go up, or you want to buy it when it go down? You got to be able to take this loss right here. If you look at my account, I'm down $8,000. People like, God damn, you losing so much money. I'm like, because I'm gaining ownership right here. The lower this bitch go down, the more I'm gonna buy because I read the news and I'm listening to what this company is doing. The hell with the economy. The economy is the reason why this shit is down. This company is doing big things. And I know when the economy reverse, if just imagine, right? They making 20 Bitcoins a day and Bitcoin sitting at $50,000. I mean, come on, 20 times 30, that's 60. They'll be making 600 Bitcoins a month at $50,000. They'll be making so much money that's retarded. Now, what happened if Bitcoin hit 100,000? You see, like what? Don't let it even say 150,000. I seen this white lady, her name Kathy Woods. She come on here, got me going. She talking about Bitcoin gonna hit 500,000. I said, look here, lady, I just you tripping. $500,000, and I'm investing in it now. This company just started, so that's why it priced right here. If I could pull up this chart, let me pull up this chart. This chart will go back and it'll show you. Let me pull up this chart. I want to show you the all-time chart of CleanSpark. This shit was as like $40. Let me see if I can find it though. I gotta find it to show you how high this damn thing went. It went to $40. I seen it at $40 before. It keeps showing me this minute shit. I want to see all time, right? It went to $40 before. I probably gotta pull up this YouTube shit. This Yahoo Finance right here. Right. So I don't care about the day-to-day movements. I care about ownership and investing in good companies. So that I can't tell him what to buy. I can tell him what I'm buying, and I can tell him he has a brain. When you look at the charging stations, the electric vehicles, the trend, you're looking for the trend for the future, right? You're looking for the future asset, what you think gonna go in the future, electric vehicle charging stations. You see the people in the driveway with those things hooked up to their car. Those are fucking companies that's in the stock market. Imagine 10 years from now when everybody got their car plugged up, right? Now you want to invest in it, it's too late. You need to be investing that shit now when it's first starting. So let me see, CleanSpark, CLSK, right? We're gonna show you. This is when they first announced that they was having Bitcoin, because I'm gonna show you what the fuck. Come on, man. I'm pushing the button too fast. Let me see. I pushed it too many times. There we go. All right, look, we're gonna go to max. Now, pull this back and drop this down. Look where it was at over here. Can you see this? $50. Look at that. It went up to $50, right? You can see that? This is how high it was. Look at this. $35, $50. Now it's at $2. What happened when it go back to $50 and I got 5,000 shares? Because I slowly buying them every week when I get paid, because I believe in this company. I think it's going to do good in the long run, right? And this is something I'll show you with any one of these bitches. Watch this. Apple. This is the biggest company in the world. Apple. Everybody has an iPhone. They charge subscription service, the monthly service, right? Now, I want to show you this, and I want to show your son this. If you look at one day, it went down, right? Over 5 days, it's basically going sideways. It started here, ended here. But if you pull this thing out 5 years, look at that green. Look at that, right? So it's just going up and to the right. These are just dips in the road, right? Look at this. This is the max chart of Apple. Over here, 37 cents. Look at it now, $138 a share. What if you would have been buying since it was 17 cents? Look at that. Can you see this shit on my screen? 37 cents. What if you've been buying this whole time? You've been buying, adding ownership, and now this shit's sitting at $138. You got fucking 100,000 shares at 25 cents. You see? You'd be a millionaire, but you had to identify Apple was going to be this company. Nobody would know. You know, you could do this with Amazon too. Anything. All of these companies that I'm talking about is busting ass. Watch this. Amazon is ridiculous. Amazon crazy. This joint Amazon right here. You could do this with Amazon. You go look, it's $106 a share. Over this time, this is when the economy been fucking up. You look at the 1 year chart, look, it's down like a motherfucker the whole year. When you zoom this thing out to 5 years, look at that, green. When you go max chart, straight up, straight line up. This is all noise, right? I want to be over here somewhere. So I got to think to myself, look at Amazon. right? When we all fucking should have been buying 12 cents, right? $3, $4 when they had the bookstore, when it was just the bookstore. Now Amazon took them all out of business. We sitting at $100, but it went as high as 176. This is before they split the shares though. Amazon was sitting at like $3,000, but they did a 20 for one split. So every share you got, they gave you 20 and they reduced the price by 20. So you just multiply this number by 20 and that's where Amazon was really at. It's so 100 times 20, it'd be 22,000. So this shit is around $2,000 pre-split right now. Since they split it, it's at 100. They divided it into 20. So you got $100 to make it cheaper for more people to buy. But where you think this shit gonna be at in 5 or 10 years from now? Amazon, right? I bet you it's more than $100. I bet you that. I bet you could put money on that. We could do any other one. What you want to look at, Mike? So this is what they scare us with, this day-to-day shit. So if we go to Microsoft, MSFT, Microsoft, right? Microsoft, the same damn thing, right? You go over here, you look at Microsoft. So I always tell people, when in doubt, you zoom out, right? When in doubt, you zoom out. So you go to 1 day, it looked bad. You go to 5 days, it just looks shaky. You go to 1 month, oh man, we going down. But if you zoom this bitch out 5 years ago, green, max, straight up and down. Look at that, right? So, and all throughout there, it was dips. See, there was a dip right here. People got scared, sold. And then look, if you was just buying consistently this whole time, you'll be rich, right? But you have to identify Microsoft. So right now, we in a market where we need to identify these companies that can be future powerhouses. We looking for the next Amazon. We looking for the next Microsoft. So I'm back here like, damn, what Cash App gonna be? Everybody fucking got Cash App. What happens in 10 years? You look, let's go look at Cash App. So they call Square, SQ. They call Block. They changed the company to Block. Jay-Z got stock in Cash App. Cash App is a fairly new company. So as you see, all this market noise, it make the stock go down, right? The stock going down because they talking all this bullshit in the economy, right? 6 months, year to date, 1 year, max chart, green. See that? It's coming back down to the bottom. It was 10. I seen this shit at like $14. It went all, look at where it went at. It went to 268. Cash App. It went that high from $11 to 2. And this is max. Let's see when this was. 2016, 2015. So when we saw Cash App coming and everybody was getting Cash App on our phones, instead of us just downloading Cash App, we should have been buying this shit. Right? Like, yo, this is a good one right here. We need to get this. And we would be up right now, right? Even if you bought it here, remember, over time. So right now, in my opinion, Cash App is a buy. Let me see. Hell yeah. Cash App is a buy. So this is the lowest it went, was $38. So Cash App is a buy. Right now, I think it's in the buy zone. So what would I do if it was me? I would be buying shares slowly. I would buy 1 share a week of Cash App. Every time I got paid, I put $50 in here. $50 in here. Remember, Cash App got Bitcoin too. See, they own Bitcoin. That's how they sell you Bitcoin, because they got a big chunk of Bitcoin. The CEO of this name is Jack Dorsey. Jay-Z got ownership in Cash App and this blockchain right here. Another one, the weed companies. Everybody know weed about to get federally legalized. Tilray, T-L-R-Y. So if you like to smoke weed and you like weed, this is Tilray. $3. This is a fucking weed company. When they federally legalize weed, this thing might take off. So if you believe in weed in the long term, this legalization process, right? What happens in 10 years from now when weed is through the roof, right? It's still growing. This is only, look how the company just started 2018. Remember, we got to give these companies time to grow. What happens when this shit through the roof? So these are the things that I'm talking about, man, that our kids need to learn. I'm sorry if I was just talking for a long ass time, but that shit crazy to me. You know, is anybody else up here that y'all want to talk? I just went on and on. I get so passionate about that shit. Nene, you up here still? Miss Juicy Fruit, y'all up here?
I'm
No,
here.
I'm
I was listening
no,
the
I'm
whole
here.
time. I'm like, don't apologize.
Yeah, I could go on and on about this shit because this shit really pisses me off. They didn't teach us this shit in school. That's why I'm on here. Cause I'm like, yo, we need to fuck this bullshit we doing. And the next wave is this cryptocurrency because they are tending on crashing it. I'll show you this about this digital dollar. I don't want to just keep talking about it and you don't see no proof. DIGITAL digital dollar. DOLLAR. Watch this. Watch this. They're trying to look. They are trying to take that cash out of your wallet. Your grandkids are gonna know cash. What is that? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I used to use that. Because this is the plan. This is the plan for the future. They don't want you to have cash. They don't want me to go outside and give you $20 and they don't know about it. The US dollar can go digital. Here's what you need to know. You see? Look, this is March. This shit is already being talked about. This is on the business news. They pushing this. The US dollar could go digital. Here's what you need to know. And look what they showing in the picture. They go, who's in the middle? Bitcoin. I'm looking at this shit. They got me fucked up. I'm not gonna
Yep.
miss this wave. I'm not gonna miss this wave. As technology continue to revolutionize the way people live, work, and spend, central banks around the globe has kicked off efforts to reinvent their local currencies for the digital era. Can you read this shit? Now the United States is the latest to signal urgency. The United States is the latest to signal urgency in researching a potential digital version of its dollar. Come on, man. And then they fucking tanking the market right now with this inflation shit. They printed all these dollars for a so-called coronavirus that I believe was man-made. God didn't make that shit. That shit didn't just come out the earth. God didn't say, let there be corona. That was a man-made disease for a plan to crash the economy, in my opinion, right? Look at what's happening as a result of them printing all that money. They printed all them trillions of dollars so they could crash the economy, so they could come in and say, hey, we got a savior. They always show you the iPhone, but they don't show you the Pornhub. They advertise the iPhone, hey, we could do this, but then you give it to your kid and they looking at porn and shit. They don't show them that. They show you the good. They only want to show you the good and then it's bad for you. You know? So that's what they doing. They're gonna, oh, we got the answer. Digital dollar. And who's on top of this shit? The digital wave. Bitcoin. Right? You got Ethereum. That's the number 2 cryptocurrency. So you want to be in these shits. It'd be better to be in it than not. Right? That's why I don't put the money. The money I put in here is my spare money. When I've been, you guys are gonna come on here one day. You're gonna be like, yo, this motherfucker's a genius. Cause I got a feeling that this shit is gonna be up like a cup. Right? My account is gonna, it's not gonna happen overnight, right? So I'm just slowly buying into this shit. I didn't put 16,000. I say my total cost for this my Shiba Inu. This one, it might could blast off. It's just a little a moonshot. I bought 100 million of these shits. It's way less than a penny. You see the price, right? But they burn these tokens. It's like the opposite of the Bitcoin. So that's for my kids. I just put like a little bit of money in there, 1,600 something. If that shit ever hit a penny, this is gonna be worth $1 million. So I just don't even look at that much. This is my main focus right here. This company right here, because I put this 16,000 in, but it don't even seem like I put 16,000 in because I just been 200, 250, 200, 250, things like that. If you look right here, account details. Look, see, I'm not buying that much. I'm just buying little at a time, and I'm buying it slowly over time, right? And it ends up to be a lot because I'm not selling. Well, how I drag this over so you can see. I want to see. Oh, there you go. Right. Look, $14, $14, $70. This is what I bought on 10/14. You see the dates I bought it right here. I bought it in spurts. 150, 150. Then you look right here, 10/5. A week later, 10/3. Look, 9/30. And I'm just putting $80, $100. And it's just petty money that I don't need. That's not gonna hurt me. When I get my check, I just look and see what I got and throw it in there. Why? Because I read them news articles. I'm thinking about what's gonna happen 5, 10 years from now, right? Everybody has their own mind. It's more than one way to skin a cat. It's more than one company in the market. It's thousands of companies. Your job is to identify something that you feel is going to get you there, right? If you don't know what to invest in, you buy the S&P 500. That is the top. That's more like a safe. You're not going to get $1 million in one night. I might get a lot of money because I'm investing in an individual company. The S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in America all in one basket. So it's just like you got a basket of apples. So if one go down, one might be up. One go down. So basically, that's gonna go up over time slowly. So if you don't know what to buy, you don't. At the S&P 500, it contains Apple, Microsoft, all the top companies, Tesla, all the top companies in the world inside one basket. The top 500, you buy that index. And the reason I like that index is because say a company falls off, they kick them out the index and put a new one in, right? So it's always the top 500. So if your business is fucking up, the S&P 500 say, bro, we ain't fucking with you. We kick you out. We add the next comer, right? So Amazon is in that basket. It's a list of companies that you can see that are in the S&P 500. So that's when you buy that S&P 500, you're buying into that index. That's you basically buying a piece of America when you buy that index, right? But me, that's too slow for me. This is my whole idea. These motherfuckers been cheating me so much that I ain't got time for the S&P 500. I got to make my money up, right? So I'm looking for a certain company that I feel that could take me to the stardom. And I might be wrong. This Clean Spark shit might not be working, right? It might go to zero, but that's the risk I'm willing to take. But I don't think it's going to zero based off the news that I've been reading. They've been growing like a motherfucker. They spent, and while everybody talking about recession, these motherfuckers just bought a building that's worth $40 million. Who the fuck spends $40 million if you ain't got no money, right? They making like a lot of money every month, by making Bitcoin. So that's my idea. I'm like, man, I need to get this shit. So I just keep adding. And all of these companies do the same thing. Apple coming out with this new iPhone. They come out with iPhone every fucking year. People break their neck to go get the damn iPhone. Then they charge you a fucking membership fee. Or a monthly bill, a statement. They charge you this shit. They making money hand over fist. So where you think Apple gonna be at in 10 years, right? If you think that it's a new phone coming that might knock Apple out of business, then that's the one you might want to invest in, But as far as I can see, ain't nobody fucking with Apple. That's the biggest company in the world. That shit bigger than anything, Apple. Their market cap is the biggest market cap in the entire world is Apple. Number two, I think it's Microsoft. Microsoft is number 2 in the world. The second largest company in the world is Microsoft. You got your Xbox, your Microsoft Windows. They charge you for all these stupid ass services and shit. They do them reoccurring payments. This is what we need to be thinking about. You don't got to spend all day. Like I like the charging. If I show you this article about the that new bill they just passed, it's called the Inflation Reduction Act. Inside that bill, they have legislation drawn up for the United States government. They're going to be investing in building out electric charging stations, right? They say by the year 2030, they want every new vehicle that's sold is going to be electric by the year 2030, right? They don't want no more gas vehicles. They don't want this fucking problem we having with the gas. They want to they want to change over from gas to electric. If you look at Tesla got a new tractor trailer coming out, all electric, right? Right? Watch this. TESLA, Tesla electric truck. Where the truck at right there? Look at this shit. This news, this is new news. The future of EV is here. They're talking about a fucking tractor trailer. Where's the pictures of this shit? I'm gonna show you the pictures. There you go. See? This is a Tesla tractor trailer. They're all electric. So electric vehicles is in. So, who's gonna charge these motherfuckers, right? I want to buy a mobile, right? In my brain, I'm like, well, if you got every company coming out with electric vehicles, right? Every single one of them, Ford, Mercedes, Lexus, all of it. Who's charging these motherfuckers, right? I'm thinking about the charging stations, and I got one. It's called Charge Point. They like $15 or $16 right now. Charge Point. Let's go back to the Yahoo Finance. We go up here, ChargePoint, CHPT, ChargePoint Holdings. This company right here, they electric vehicle charging stations. They charge all your electric vehicles. See, they down in the short time, right? If you zoom out, they not that much down. They had a extreme pop when we had the electric vehicle craze. But look, they only been out since 2019, right? It was $9. It's $12 right now. It went up as high as $40. That's when you're supposed to sell. Once everybody got crazy about these electric vehicles and you saw that shit up here somewhere, you're supposed to sell half of your shit and then let it come down and start buying it again, right? While it's cooling off. But where you think this gonna be at by the year 2030 if they talk about everything out here about to be electric? Where you think this shit gonna be? It's gonna be $50. That's where it's gonna be. It's gonna be $60, right? And you're gonna be mad that you didn't buy it right here. And this is the information they hide from us. Because if you look at all the news about this shit, right? If they look at all the news about this shit, it's about electric charging stations. It's trending on Yahoo Finance, right? It's trending. Why? Because people see it what it's gonna be in the future. ChargePoint gains but lags the market. All this shit day-to-day news. The EV radar stock, ChargePoint versus Jorgo. This must be another electric vehicle charging station. Reason I like ChargePoint because they get the government contracts. They get most of the government contracts. This company here. 3 EV sleeper stocks to buy before Wall Street wakes up. You see this? This news came out 3 days ago, right? Let's read it. What it say? They call them sleeper stocks. The EV. When the market is bearish, it feels like there are no good investments available. But if you look hard enough, you'll find opportunities. That's what Biz doing. I'm looking for opportunity. EV sleeper stocks are one of the examples that can be extremely profitable in the long run. See? But we're not reading this. We too busy watching fucking bullshit, right? The EV market continues to expand. If you're looking for investment, EV stocks are a good option. They have high return and low risk. Why? Because they say they want everything to be EV, right? These EV, right? These sleeper stocks right here. ChargePoint, Rivian, they make the trucks. I seen these trucks driving around in Neo. That's a competitor to Tesla, right? Neo. So you got these two are car manufacturers. Rivian make pickup trucks and cars, and Neo is a car company. But this ChargePoint shit, this the one that charge everything. ChargePoint. When you go and you see them people at their house with these damn things in their yard, right? They charging a fucking car from their house. Who's paying these motherfuckers? They paying this company. If this company do well, you do well. Plain and simple. You know, ChargePoint is one of the leading providers of EV charging infrastructure, and it has the potential to dominate the market. Are you reading this? Right? Are you reading this? Investors are always looking for the next big thing, which includes electric vehicles. However, picking a winner of this rapidly growing industry can be difficult. That's where ChargePoint comes in. ChargePoint is one of the leading providers of EV charging infrastructure and has the potential to dominate the market. It is well positioned to capitalize on the growth demand for EV charging infrastructure, and it's definitely a stock to watch. I mean, what the fuck? It's right. They talking about this shit. So what would I do? I would not go and put your life savings in this damn company. This CEO is not coming to your funeral when you die. What I would do is nibble at it, right? Bit by bit. Because as you can see, it's time in the market. This shit don't happen overnight. This is not overnight thing. You gotta wait, right? You gotta be patient. You add ownership. Buy a little bit at 12. If it dropped to 10, buy a little bit more. Like that TV that go on sale on Black Friday. If you got a TV on the stand and it's $2,000, you like, shit, that shit costs too much. Then when it go on sale for Black Friday, it dropped down to $1,500. You like, shit, I'm about to buy that TV. It's on sale. But for some reason, when the stock go on sale, don't nobody want to buy it. I don't like calling it stock. I call them business. When this business right here goes on sale, you don't want to add ownership to your business. I want to buy. I hope this shit keep crashing. These over here and more EV charging stations. This is Blink. This is an EV charge. This is an EV charger, EV Go. I be seeing this shit at Sheets. These motherfuckers, EV Go. I be seeing this shit in real life. $7, $14. Lucid. This is another EV charging station. And then they have an electric charging vehicle ETF, just like the fucking S&P 500. ETF is an index fund with all of it. So if you don't know which one of these charging stations to buy, you like, shit, I don't know which one to buy. You just buy the ETF that got all of them in it. So now you own a piece of all of these motherfuckers because you own that ETF, right? They have that. They have those available. This one right here is SoFi. This that bank I've been telling you about. This shit, $5 a share, right? What happens in 10 years from now when this is the leading fucking bank? Because if you got this SoFi app, Miss Juicy Fruit said she had a SoFi app. She got SoFi. She know about SoFi. If you look at SoFi app is unbelievable. I got SoFi. That shit is unbelievable. It's like Facebook banking. It's like Facebook. This shit got news on there. You can invest on there. That shit tell you your credit score. That shit tell you how much your house worth. That shit like, it's like your bank account with Credit Karma, with Facebook all on it at once. You could buy stocks on fucking SoFi. This shit is the fucking social media finance. That's what it stands for, as a matter of fact. Social finance. That's what SoFi stand for, right? Where you think that it's a bank? Where you think this shit gonna be at in 10? They got the most student loan debt in the world. These motherfuckers. They the fastest growing fintech bank out here. This shit $5 a share. So if you pick up 50 shares every week, what's that? Let me make sure that's good math, because that shit might be expensive for some people. No, yeah, 50 shares, that's $250. Because if you say $5 a share, 100 shares would be $500. So say you just bought 25 shares a week, or 10. Say you just bought 10 shares a week. In 1 year's time, right? How many shares could you have at $5? Let's see. Five times, so a week is 52 weeks. So 5 times 52. You will have 260 shares in 1 year, right? If you just bought 5 shares a week. If you bought 10, so 10 times 52, you have 520 shares in 1 year, right? Now, what happened if this bitch go to $10 and you got 520 shares? Your fucking, every dollar it go up is how much money you got based on your shares. So if you got 100 shares of something and it goes up $1, you made $100, right? So if you got 500 shares of something and it goes up $1, you made $500. See how that worked? So I got 3,000 shares. So if CleanSpark go up $1, I make $3,000. That's why I'm down so much, because I have so much ownership, and I understand that. That's why I'm not scared at all. I'm not fucked up. I didn't pick a bad fucking stock. If you look at my shit for real, my shit is not that far off from the price. The stock price right here say $5.27. I bought it at, right now, that's what my average price is for me buying. So once I get to $5.27, I break even. The company at $2.83. So it's literally only like $2.25 off the price. If it goes up $2, all of this 8,000 come back, right? If it goes up $10, now say you look at, come on, man, that'd be $30,000 right there. This position to be worth, and I understand that. That's why I'm just, next week, bitch, I hope it go down lower, you motherfucker. Keep going down. I'ma buy more, because ownership, the key to wealth, ain't got nothing to do with that money. Because when this bitch reverse and you start seeing CleanSpark take off, I'm gonna look like a fucking genius. And that's what I'm thinking, right? It's more than one way to skin a cat. I'm just more risky. Why can't I have CleanSpark charge for all 5? I could if I want, but I'm focused on this one. I don't recommend that for nobody else. I recommend you diversify. What that means is buy a little charge point, buy a little CleanSpark, buy a little Bitcoin, buy a little fucking Tesla. Tesla is another one that fucking make millionaires. I could talk about this shit forever, right? This shit is, I know this shit works because it worked for me. I ain't never made this kind of money I made in this damn stock market. And that's why, and people around me know what time. I'm sitting in a house right now because of this stock market. So my $2,500 that I invested got me, I don't know how much money off of that little bit of money. And that shit is a fact. It's God that did that shit. So I could be a witness to other people that this shit is real. This shit is what these white people doing. This shit is what these rich people doing. They not playing with you. They don't give a fuck about your thug shit. They laugh at your ass while they put their suit and tie on buying fucking shares. They buy my fuck. Who the fuck you think on Facebook? Shares. Not me. Not nobody in my family. Them motherfuckers own it. Cause they the ones buying this shit. You know, this nigga Donald Trump, he got a fucking social media out here. And you could buy shares into that shit. Donald Trump stock. Forgot what that shit called, but I got it on my charge, my list. What the fuck is this nigga stock called? Man, what is that shit? It's a fucking social media platform that he got coming trying to compete with Facebook. If you believe in that shit, buy that shit. Don't let Donald Trump get elected for president. That bitch gonna blast off. Is you guys still up here or y'all dropped off? I've been just rambling on. I love this shit.
I'm here. I'm
I
listening.
love this shit. My bad. You go ahead, Juicy. Let me shut the fuck up.
No, you go ahead. We learning. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning
Oh,
a whole
she
lot.
said, her son said, what website? You buy this, you download this app right here. It's called Webull. Webull. The reason why it's called Webull is because bulls are a person in the market, and then you got bears are a person in the market. The bulls want the market to go up. The bears want the market to go down because you got people that bet against stocks too. They make money on the way down, right? And then you got people that make money on the way up. I don't play around with that shit on the way down. I just want to buy the ownership on the way up because I know that ownership is the key to wealth, right? So the more I got, it go up. So the name of this stock is called We Bull. We want it to go up. Because when bulls fight, right, they use their horns and they fight up in the upwards motion. And bears, when they fight down with their paws. They go down. So that's why you get the correlation of bulls and bears inside the stock market. So when you hear somebody say it's bullish, that means they think it's going up. If you hear somebody say it's bearish, that means they think it won't go down. That's it. And these are terms they use. So we listen to them on TV. They like, this stock is bullish. You like, what the fuck does that mean? Because that's how they design the shit. They don't want you to know that shit. So they just talk about that shit right over your head. The words, it's like they speaking Spanish to you and shit. But Webull, this app right here is called Webull. Let me see if I can get a better view of it for him to look. Because I want him to look at this shit, and I literally want him to, because he's probably younger than us, and he could probably make a fucking boatload of money. And if he start buying this shit for his kids, they would be thankful as fuck when he, just think, I got a 13-year-old, right? If I'm buying this shit now, and by the time she's 25, what's that? 8 years, 10 years? No, more than that. 12 years? Where this company gonna be at in 12 years? Preferably, where is Bitcoin gonna be at in 12 years? This one right here, don't you want me to zoom out on this one? This is the reason why I keep talking about Bitcoin, guys. This is the fastest growing asset in human history. This Bitcoin. It has grown faster than anything else in the world. Nothing in the world has grown as fast as this shit. And that's why I fuck with it. You look at the max chart of Bitcoin over here, and I think Bitcoin started longer than this. Bitcoin was out in 2011. It was tenths of a penny. This shit don't even go back far enough. I'm on the max chart. This is the max chart. I guess they just maxing out the short term, but nothing in human history has gone up this fast ever. Nothing. And this is the fastest growing asset in human history. And the whole time they were calling Bitcoin a joke. You would see fucking articles come out and say Bitcoin is a scam. What the fuck is Bitcoin? But look, it's 6,000 right here. It's 4,000. This bitch went all the way up $60,000, $65,000. That's when you're supposed to sell, right? Now it's coming down. This is the time to add, because if you look at the big picture, this shit ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, it's more and more people starting to invest in it now. So the next time we get a bull run, you know what it's going to take for this shit to go up? These damn IRS stop raising these interest rates. That's it. When they say the economy is looking good again, oh boy, that's what I'm waiting to hear. Right now, they just keep saying the economy's some shit. We're going to die. Everything is going to get worse and worse. That's why you see this tank job right here. Watch when they reverse that noise they talking. And they say, hey, guys, I think it's looking good again, which is designed to do. It's going to do that eventually. It's just a patience. You got to be patient. Next thing you know, we up here somewhere. We're going to pass this and go higher. We be up here at 80,000 somewhere. You wish you bought it at 19,000 because you're gonna be like, man, 80,000. So we don't know. It can go lower. What happens if it go to 10,000? So I'll buy more. Like, Biz, you crazy? Ownership the key to wealth. The lower this son of a bitch go, that means the more I could buy for a cheaper price, just like that TV in the store. So I need the more ownership. I need the ownership because ownership is the key to wealth. I don't care nothing about the money. If I cared about the money, I wouldn't put it in there in the first place. That's why I tell you don't put no money in you need. Again, we go back to my fucking thing. I bought this shit slowly over time. I showed you this already, right? I bought this shit slowly over time. I didn't buy all this shit in one day. I didn't say, yo, I'm about to just put 16,000 here. That's fool. That's a fool. I bought slowly, surely every week. I get paid again next week. Every Friday I get paid. We're going to come back to the channel and I'm going to show you that I have more ownership. As long as it stay right here, I will continue to buy this until it break over $4. Why? Because then I'm close to my target. If I break over if it break over $4, I ain't buying no more. Because I've been buying it the whole time it was down. I don't want to keep buying it on the way up. I want to buy it on the way down, right? I want to get a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. Because what happened when boom? Now we done passed all this. Now my bag, what happened when Clean Spark at $10? And I got 3,000 shares. That's $30,000. You know how to count. What happens if it go to $25 and I got 3,000 shares? You talking big money right there. And then I just say, thank you, God, for showing me those news articles. Thank you, God, for letting me continue to buy through this downtrend. Don't look at the money. Don't look at the money. It's this dude named Warren Buffett. You know who he is? Y'all know who he is? Biz, do you have an email? Yes, he can have my email. It's 49erbiz at Gmail. Man, I need Juicy Fruit to have my I need to talk to Juicy Fruit because I'm about to set up that thing she talking about. And she's still up here with me. Salute to Juicy Fruit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's 49erbiz, 49ERBIZ at gmail.com. So 49ers, I like the 49ers, my favorite football team, but without the S, 49ERBIZ at gmail.com. That's my email. And I need Miss Juicy Fruit joint because her shit, she's gonna help me get a damn thing. Watch. And then, imagine this. She start telling me how to get tax breaks and shit. Do you guys know what I did with my income tax money last year? Take a guess.
Bought some stocks.
You goddamn right. That's a fact.
That's what's up.
If I show you this fucking company right here, watch this, BlackRock. How much? This shit blow your mind. I'm talking about literally blow your mind off your shoulders. How much is BlackRock worth? BLACK rock worth. Look at this shit. Watch with this shit. Look at that shit. This is an investing firm. I want to ask you a question, simple question. If these motherfuckers can invest this much money, you telling me I can't be down 8,000?
Lord have mercy.
If they got that much money in this shit, wait, hold on. BlackRock is worth just over $69 billion based off its full year revenue profits from 2019 to 2021. This shit is retarded. It's stupid. It's retarded how much money these people got. And I'm looking at that's with my mind. I ain't worried about the money because I'm like, yo, these people got millions of dollars. If I'm down 8,000, how much you think they down with all that money they got invested? And they just walking around with their legs crossed, wearing their shirts and tie, don't give a fuck. I'm like, man, I'm about to be like them. That's what my brain at. You know, BlackRock. This is an investment firm. BlackRock, listen to this. Listen. BlackRock manages more money than any other investment firm. I've been saying it. Now you see it on paper. I'm not just making this shit up. And you know how I know this? Because I want the money. I want the bag. I want my kids to be financial freedom. So before I even seen the Kwame Brown channel, I was on this shit every day, like stalking this shit. What is these people doing? What fuck these rich people? I need this money. They fucking ain't smarter than me. That's how I think. Like, man, fuck. I need to learn what they learn. Fuck what they talking about. Look at what this shit say. Manages more money than any other investment firm with more than 10 trillion in assets under management as of December 31st, 2021. The vast sum of money it controls means what happens to BlackRock can have a ripple effect in the whole global market. Oh, now you know who BlackRock is, right? Again, manages more money than any other investment firm with more than $10 trillion. Watch this. Watch this. Watch what BlackRock buying. Watch this. And watch what you see. You can say, man, BLACK, BlackRock, Bitcoin. News about BlackRock. Goldman Sachs, crypto exec on Wall Street. Next push into digital assets will be through Bitcoin. Man, listen here. This is Biz is on it. I'm on it like a hornet. If I'm wrong, fuck it. I ain't get no money anyway. I'm gonna be broke anyway. Fuck it. I want to get paid. And my bills is paid. BlackRock announces new Bitcoin trust. You see this shit? Who gonna buy this Bitcoin trust? Who's this for? BlackRock announces new Bitcoin trust, sends small token up 35%. Because they announced this shit, this was August, right? These motherfuckers is buying this shit behind the scene while everybody's saying it's going down, because the lower it goes, they get it for cheaper, right? Right? The announcement comes 1 week after Coinbase disclosed a partnership with BlackRock. We already know who BlackRock is. They the big dogs, to provide direct access to a crypto starting with Bitcoin on BlackRock's investment platform. Man, why is these people buying Bitcoin if that shit is trash? Why is these rich ass motherfuckers buying? That's what I'm looking at. So these motherfuckers got 10 trillion. Yo, can I just get 100,000? Right? Like, that's how I'm looking. Shit, can I just get 200? Shit, let me just get $1 million off of you. Right? I don't need all that. Y'all got too much money. Can I just get $1 million? You do what the fuck they do. What the fuck you think BlackRock is buying Bitcoin for? Why is they buying? I just showed you another article where JP Morgan Chase is buying Bitcoin, right? All of these, Bank of America, all of these motherfuckers are buying Bitcoin, right? Tesla even bought Bitcoin, and Tesla not even a fucking bank. Why is everybody buying Bitcoin, right? And this is what I need people to get through their head, right? Is fuck what's going on in the world. What are they doing? It could go. What are they doing? They're doing the opposite of what is going on. We watching Bitcoin come down while they buy for the cheap. You think these motherfuckers wanted to buy it at 60,000? What happened was them big wigs got behind the scenes and said, "Yo, we missed it. We should have been bought Bitcoin. Why they now all of a sudden buying Bitcoin? All right, damn, we should have been shit, man. We need to make this bitch come down. You think they want to buy it at $60,000? Why would they buy it at 60,000 when they could get it for 20,000? Shit, they might drop it to 15, so they could get it for 15,000. But the whole time, I'm like, shit, let me get a little bit today. Because once I buy it, I think about it like I just threw it at a casino and I lost it. All right, next week, let me get a little bit more today. Shit, I don't got that much money this week. I got to pay my bills. All right, fuck it. I got to pay my bills this week. I can't even fuck with it this week because my kids need this. My daughter needs this. My son needs this. Fuck it. I ain't buying this week. Next week, I'm buying. I'm buying a little bit more. And then before you know it, you start building out a fucking pool of ownership. That way, when that bull market come, when people say, guys, America is doing well, everything is looking good, that's when the assets going to take off. Then people be like, oh, we coming back. They want to buy it when it start going up, right? That's wrong with the human brain. People will have no problem buying that shit when it goes up. But when it goes down, they scared as fuck to buy that shit. And these are the things that I like to preach and stress to the world, man, in our sector, because this is what we lacking. Nobody teaches this shit. Nobody cares about this shit. We just want to see who said fuck you the loudest. That's all we want to talk about. Who said fuck you the loudest? If you said fuck you louder and you sounded more better when you said it, I'm watching him. And what the fuck are they paying you to do that? Not a dime, right? Nothing are they paying you, right? So we need to understand that our kids are the future. And if we vest, it's a tree planted today. It's a tree that was planted years ago that somebody's sitting under the shade today, right? If nobody planted that tree, then nobody would be sitting in the damn shade, right? I want my grandkids to be rich. Shit, this Bitcoin might take us all out of here. At worst come to worst, I'm wrong and I lose the money. Who gives a fuck? You can't die with it, right? That's how I look at it. I want ownership. If I was wrong, at least I tried, right? Shit, I can't be too wrong. I can't lose. God bless me. You know, he he straight up blessed me, and I just be like, man, thank God, because I turned 2,500 to 50, sold half, bought a house. My house went up 9,200. Shit, I can't lose. I can't lose. This whole shit could go to zero. Shit, my house still up 92,000 just in my house alone. So I'm in a different position, and that's all God doing that shit to let people know, bruh, I come from the slums just like you. I ain't shit just like you. These motherfuckers, though, they know I'm black when they see my hair. People say, oh, you white boy, you light skinned, man. That's bullshit. Because them white people know I'm black. Soon as they see me, they don't fucking shake my hand. They look at me like I'm a thug. Same way. Because that's what they see. They see that nappy hair. They see my waves in my hair. I don't got curly, straight, blonde hair. My shit nappy. You know what I'm saying? I come from the same shit, the same projects, the same hood. If I could do this shit, anybody could do this shit. And the only thing it takes is for you to change your mind. You know, you have to think, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I'm telling you, we not paying attention is what we doing wrong. That's all we doing wrong. They're not smarter than you. They definitely not stronger than you. They just know what you don't know. You ever seen a white boy windmill dunk like LeBron James? Fuck no. But they think they so better than us because they hide fucking information from us? Are you kidding me? What if we knew how to do this shit? You could imagine if we really knew what the fuck we was doing with this shit, we'd take over this shit. They don't want to see that shit. Cause we like, we the best, we the best hustlers in the world. All these dope boys and drug dealers, they know how to sell drugs, right? What if they knew how to trade stocks instead? This is a rich man game. You can't go to jail for this shit. You're not about to get arrested. Nobody about to come rob you. Nobody about to come shoot you. I could get on here and show my portfolio freely. Can't nobody rob me. Cause it's in, what you gonna do? You gonna go on my account, take that shit out? What you gonna do? You can't do shit, but just look at it. That's the game they play. The game we play, oh, we keep cash on deck. We keep drugs in the house. We keep guns under the sofa. Oh yeah, they coming to get that. They gonna come run up in your house and take that. They can't fucking touch me with this game I'm playing. I'm playing their game, and that's what we need to change. So, you know, salute to everybody, man. Miss Juicy, you have anything to add to this?
No, I think you summed it up nicely with that. Thank you so much for just letting me up and for sharing your story. And now I see why you're so passionate about it, because you've actually done it. You lived in real life, and like you said, now it sets you apart. Like, it sets you up, and you continuing to learn and grow. And so I'm with it. I like you said, business for you, it sounded like I was speaking Spanish. Like, stocks for me, that's how I feel about stocks. But just like even being on a couple of your lives, I I feel like a little bit better about the stock market. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning a whole lot. Thank you so much for your time. And
No, I
this is
mean, I
great.
thank you for your time, because I'm telling you, I'm see how this work. You about to start looking up what you don't know, and I'm about to start looking up what I don't know. I bet you I know some more information about this damn LLC the next time I come on here. I bet you I'll be like, hey, Juicy Fruit, I looked up this and I found this out about this LLC. Should I do it this way or should I do it that way? Or I'll probably be done did the shit, because I probably done be done found. Once I get my mind on something, like you just told me I could get all these damn tax write-offs and shit. I'm gonna try to probably look into see what the fuck I need. Or I might have to come up with an idea for a business if it's not this YouTube shit. But
I
it
was
probably be
Yep, I was just gonna say that. You know what? It's crazy. First of all, I believe you, okay? Because I don't know you, But I feel like, in just kind of knowing you, like when you say you're gonna do something, I believe you, and I feel like the next time we talk, that's
I'm gonna
exactly
have
what
some type of
you either.
information
It's
on
either
it.
gonna already be started, or you gonna have some information. But I know it's gonna be one of the two. So I
Yeah,
believe
because
you
it
on
has
that.
something to do with that bag, right?
Hell yeah,
I
and
wanna,
that's
I
what.
want, I want the bag, right? I'm
That's
thinking about what can I do to get this bag. Like,
yep.
what the fuck can I do to get this fucking bag? This motherfucker Elon Musk, the richest dude in the world. Do you know why Elon Musk, the richest dude in the world? Do anybody know? Because he got Tesla shares. And Tesla was his company. He took it public and he made billions off of Tesla, the shares, off of owning Tesla shares. That's how he got the money. All the rich, Jeff Bezos, right? Guess what he owned? Amazon shares, right? The dude, Jack Dorsey, guess what he owned? Cash App shares. All of these motherfuckers, Bill Gates, all right? I'll pull an article up right now. It'll show you. Bill Gates got divorced from his wife. He gave her 1 point. Let me pull it up so I don't be lying. I want to show you. Bill Gates divorced. Bill Gates, Bill Gates.
No, the key is definitely in stocks. And I would say, just on the business side, the business is another one that's just huge. Um, Everybody, whether you work a regular time job, or you need to have a business on the side, a side hustle or LLC that you can LLC out and start to create, tax deductions for yourself, and also earn money on the side, so that you can take that money that you're earning on the side and invest it into the stock market, like
Yep,
Biz is talking about.
exactly.
Get some money out of it and start buying you some real estate and have that, because as long as you have that house with all that equity in it, you good. Like you said, no matter what happens, you got a
Right.
house that has equity in it. So that's, I
That's
mean,
for my
that's the key.
kids.
Yes. Yes. Everybody should be having some type of business. Everybody should be having some type of side hustle. Even your children. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you could be doing, you could be getting paid for. My girlfriend, her son, he said he wanted to start washing cars. I said, girl, start him a detailing business. That's a detailing business. She said, can he really make money doing that? I said, yeah, he can make money doing that. Average person paying $100 to get their car detailed. He could go, you know what I'm saying? Now he's a teenager. He making side hustle money. He's starting a business. You know what I'm saying? I had another friend, her son, what was the business he was starting? He does editing on the computer. He
Damn,
he
that's it.
he
So he
does
could use that and start the LLC.
he can edit people's videos for them, and they can pay him for it. Something that she said, I just thought he was
And,
down there
and that
tinkering
could be a
around. I
tax
said, girl,
write
that's a
off.
business. And it's a tax write-off, and it's a business. You know what I'm saying? That he can take and start making money. You start teaching
Now,
him
see,
about.
what all you need to do is convince him to go actually do it.
Yes. Well, I mean, they'll do.
You
That's
heard?
the thing, though.
All
They'll
you got to
do
do
it.
is convince him to actually do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you know what it
Look,
is.
look
When
at
I
this
talk to
headline.
people,
God space. What's up, man? Look, appreciate you for pulling up, man. Salute to you. Look, can you see this headline? Bill Gates gave 2.4 billion in stock to Melinda on day of divorce. Why is he get $2.4 billion in stock to this lady? You know that these people can't put, the bank only insures $250,000 of your money. The bank is for broke people. The bank is for broke people. Rich people can't put their money all in the bank. It don't work like that. They have to put their money in investments. And this motherfucker, with all of this money, he giving this lady right here stock. He ain't give her no fucking cash. He gave her stock. He like, here you go, lady. Take this stock. And you know what the funniest part about this shit? He probably paid $1 million for this shit. And it grew into that. And he told her, get out my face. If you think that's all he got, you crazy as hell. That's a portion of what he got. He got way more than that in the stock market. So if he can have that kind of money in the stock market, why can I put 50,000, 20,000, 100,000? That's what I'm thinking about. They don't teach this shit in school. They don't want you to know this. Because in 5 years, I guarantee I'm going to come on here one day and I'm going to show you this portfolio and you're going to be like, God damn, that motherfucker got that bag off of that dumbass money he had. If you look at this shit and you can see that this dude gave her that much money, that's what, fuck a Jay-Z. Jay-Z only got 1 billion. She got 2.4 billion. Fuck Jay-Z. She'll buy Jay-Z whole career. He been working his whole life to get that. He just gave it to her on 1 check. Get out of here, lady. Feel me? We looking at the wrong leaders. NBA YoungBoy ain't got shit on her, on Melinda Gates. She just got 2.4 billion in stock. But I heard NBA say he got Bitcoin though. Drake got Bitcoin. These rappers got Bitcoin. These rappers are leaders. They ain't shit compared to these motherfuckers. And that's where my mind at. I want to see what these motherfuckers doing. Where they getting they bag from, right? You make the decision in your mind and hey, your kids need to understand that this shit can be real. So you guys take it easy. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. I swear. Hopefully you guys learned something. If you didn't learn anything, don't worry. We'll be back again with another one. If you want, you guys could go look up some companies and come back with some feedback. That way we can have more discussion about this stuff. Remember, I don't never put my Cash App on the screen. I don't want no donations. I want our kids to get the Cash Apps. I want our kids to get the donation because I literally believe that children are the future. And we need to teach our kids this stuff so they know what to do when they get amongst the wolves that's trying to kill them, right? That want them to be rappers and fucking thugs and shit. They could be the ones that say, yo, you know what my son do? He take his birthday money, his Christmas money, and he buy shares. You know why he do that? Because of his daddy, right? Because his daddy doing this shit. If I wasn't doing that shit, he wouldn't be doing that shit. You feel me? So we have to be the example for our kids. And I'm the example to tell you this shit work, right? And I'm just telling you, be patient, take your time, buy good companies. Don't buy no bullshit, right? Buy something that you know is going to be here, that you know your money is not going anywhere. It might go down for a little while, but it'll go up, you know? So just take your time, be patient, slow walk it. This ain't no rush. The stock market been in business for a long ass time, right? It ain't going nowhere. So we could just take our time and get to the bag. So without that being said, I know I had it on here for 3 hours. I was gonna get off a little while ago, but sometimes, man, this shit get good, man. And I like to talk. They say, damn, how can you talk about it so long, man? Because I'm very, very passionate about this shit. Because I know we could do this. I know they hiding stuff from us. I know they hiding stuff from us. And it ain't fair. So this is what a Bitcoin mining facility looked like. Just in case you didn't know and you want to see a picture, this is it right here, right? These are the fucking machines that they got, and they this is it. Each one of these is a machine. See, 1 machine, 2 machines, 3. This fucking company got a whole bunch. This is Bitfarms. This is another Bitcoin mining company, right? I just think CleanSpark is a better buy than them. I did research on all of them, and I like CleanSpark the best, you know. But look at these are what makes the Bitcoin, because they got all these machines. It solves the algorithm and give them the reward is Bitcoin. So when they get the Bitcoin, they either sell the Bitcoin to buy more of these machines. You know, that's why this business to me is a sleeper, right? This is gonna be a giant in my opinion, because they just print money. These machines ain't doing nothing but printing money. They gotta pay energy costs, right? But that's another reason why I like CleanSpark, because they come from an energy background. They used to make microgrid, so they cost to mine a Bitcoin is cheaper than everybody else's, because they use different shit to use electricity. They get solar power and shit like that to make their energy. So that's the biggest cost with mining is energy, Cause you see all these shits hook up to the light bill. This shit run your light bill sky high, but you see it right here. This is a Bitcoin mining facility. So you guys take it easy, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. And salute, man. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Each one teach one. And it doesn't matter if it's 5 people in here, 20 people in here. It's one kid. If one kid learns something, I did my job. If one kid learns something, I don't give a fuck. If it's 500 people in here, if one kid learns something, that kid is going to have a kid and that legacy will be passed on and they will become great, And it's not that I'm better than anybody. It's that they don't teach us the information. We can learn from each other. So I holler at y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Yo, keep looking into it, Godspace. Trust me. Hey, Godspace, read everything you can and look up any type of video, whatever you can look up and watch what everybody say about that company. They motherfuckers are buying that shit. And then I want you to look at who is talking about that shit. Ain't nothing but white people. That's it. Ain't no black people, man. I be pissed. I be like, bro, where the black dudes at for this shit? I only seen one fucking black dude talk about this shit. Why the fuck? What the fuck? Cause we worry about the rap and shit. We worry about thugs and shit. We worried about what this person said to that person. Salute to everybody. I appreciate y'all. No more chat from me, man. We've been on here 3 hours and 30 minutes. It don't even seem like it. So I'm about to go chill with my daughter and talk to her about whatever she did today. Make sure she's happy. And you guys do the same with your family. And remember, man, don't give up, man. We got this. All right, peace.